Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the All Signs, their feelings for you from May 12th through May 18th. Hope you guys are all doing great. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and happy Heavenly Mother's Day. Hope you guys are all having a good morning. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Baddison Intuitive Tarot. Very happy to have you here. How I do my all signs read is that I tap into you and your person's energy for the next 7 days. Take a look how you guys are feeling towards each other. Take a look at how this person is viewing you at this time. Take a look at their behavior and action, see what the intentions are, and I'll also take a look at the overall influence. And this could be for anybody. It could be for singles, couples, married, going through a divorce, fighting, just meeting for the first time. It's whatever shows up in the spread. It'll tell me what status you guys are in, okay? Make it open for everybody. All right, sometimes other messages come through, whether it's like a career message or advice on something more personal. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, never force it. Never give your power over to tarot cards. You are always in full control of your choices. Hi Jennifer, hi Angela. I know. I pampered myself early this morning. I'm like, today's Mother's Day. I got 3 kids. I got up a little earlier and presented myself a little bit more groomed today than usual. Still wearing my joggings though. But thank you for noticing. Hi Matilda. Hope you guys are all doing great. I actually already brought my mom her Mother's Day gift last night because I was wanting her to try out a dinner recipe that was made, but I got to go back over there today to hang up one of her pictures because she doesn't know how to hang up a big picture frame. Hope you guys are all doing great. All right, let's begin. I'm going to start with Taurus because it's their birthday season still, and then I'll go from Aries through Pisces. I have been practicing on a daily basis how to properly curl my hair, you guys. It took me forever to figure out how to not get that stinking crease at the end. I learned that you gotta face the clip part towards the mirror, and that was such a game changer. Anyways, happy birthday, Taurus. Let's take a look at you and your person for the next 7 days. All right, what do we have for Taurus this week? What do we have for Taurus for the next 7 days? How does this person feel about Taurus? How does Taurus feel about this person? What's the overall energy for the two of them? What's going on for Taurus this week? Taurus, what do we have for Taurus this week? I just finished recording your weekly Taurus for this week. I'm going to be posting it tomorrow morning. I'm waiting for the captions to update. It was good. It was freaking good. It was one of the best readings. Thank you, 630 Moonchild. I appreciate that. 2 more shuffles for Taurus. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my birthday babies. Okay, so the person that you're connecting to this week, how do they feel about you? We have the 8 of Cups. Their view of you, we have the King of Swords. Their behavior and actions with you, the Knight of Cups. That's water energy coming through. We have air also here. Your feelings towards this person, we have the 2 of Swords. And the overall energy for the two of you this week is the Fool. Wow. Taurus, if you've been acting a little bit different lately, someone's noticing it. Someone's noticing it. Someone's sensing that the vibe has shifted a little bit in regards to how you respond to their messages, how you respond when they're in person, or however the thing is. They're kind of feeling like things are a little bit off, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. Their plan is to come towards you more affectionate this week in the hopes that that will just clear out any confusion in regards to whether you're upset at them or just going through something involving other people. They're trying to rule out them being the ones that you're upset with. So with the Knight of Cups being this person's behavior towards you, it feels like someone's gonna up the ante on how playful they are, how sweet they are, just to rule out whether you're upset at them. Because with them viewing you as the King of Swords and then feeling the 8 of Cups, they do sense that you're kind of emotionally detaching from them. They can feel it. And with your feeling for this person being the 2 of Swords, It's because you're indecisive about what you want, so you might be appearing very hot and cold with this person. When we come in with the Two of Swords as our feelings, there'll be moments where we're like, you know what, I'm going to go forward. And then other moments where you're like, no, never mind. That's that indecisive energy. And it's Libra energy. And you and Libra both are ruled by planet Venus. So this could be telling me that you don't feel loved as much as you want to from this person. You don't feel that they appreciate you as much as you would expect to be, you know, appreciated with that Venus influence. So I feel like you might be trying something out around this time frame just to see if it creates some sort of change in this person. But I do have the Fool, and the Fool does talk about new beginnings. Whether this is you and this person having some sort of do-over, or this is you choosing at the end of the week to just choose yourself and give to yourself the way that you wanted this person to give to you. Let's see. Let's clarify. I also had the Three of Cups coming through, showing me that you have an active social circle this week. People might be hitting you up, wanting to say hello, or asking you to meet up for lunch or some drinks. You've got a lot of people around you is what it shows me for the week ahead. And the Three of Cups is also my dating card. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to dive into why they feel this way, and then I'll look at what you're feeling. But it looks like they're going to try and like change some things up. So let's find out why they feel this way. You know, people can feel the Eight of Cups easily. It's like someone being more non-responsive, not as fun when you engage with them. You can tell that they're like putting up a wall. Eight of Cups. Why the Eight of Cups? Please, why the Eight of Cups? The King of Pentacles, that's Taurus energy. So they're confirming that it's coming from you. And I got the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. They're looking at you. They're feeling like you are someone that is very independent. You are someone that doesn't need other people to provide you with the things that you want and need. You can do it on your own. But when you're in a relationship with someone, you kind of hope that you can like take off the exterior that pushes you to want to go after everything that you want. You kind of hope that being in a partnership, it could help like reduce the amount that you got to do in order to get the things that you want, because you guys are helping each other feel supported and feel, you know, connected. This person is feeling like you might be turning your back on being committed to this situation. King of Pentacles usually shows up as someone committed. And being more single, Nine of Pentacles, doing your own thing. Even if you don't fully break things off with this person, they may be noticing that you're not asking them to run with you for errands anymore. You're not asking them to go to the grocery store with you anymore. You're kind of like, no, it's all right. I'll do it myself. Oh, no, it's okay. I'll go here by myself. No worries. You stay home. It's like you're getting comfortable being solo before actually cutting this person off is kind of what that feels like if you're already in a relationship. If you're not already in a relationship, this person is telling me that normally you are quick to ask them, hey, you want to go with me to the store tomorrow? And you want to go for a drive with me? And it's like you're more comfortable just doing it yourself. Queen of Pentacles. So we have a perfect pair here. We have the King and Queen of Pentacles, indicating that you guys do have all the tools needed to have a really solid relationship. You guys are very compatible based off of what that's showing me. So what happened? So let's find out. Let's find out why you feel this way, Taurus. Because something has caused you to like kind of distance yourself while you figure out what to do here. Why does Taurus feel this way about this person this week? And if this is someone that you haven't gotten into a relationship with, you may have felt like their interest has declined. Like maybe in the beginning they were pursuing you hard, always reaching out on a regular basis, but now that they feel like they've gotten, you know, a positive response from you, they might not have to do as much to get the same amount of effort from you. Did a card fall on the floor? No. The Four of Pentacles hopped out. The Four of Pentacles shows me a person who's kind of worn out with keeping it all together and wants some sort of support. Yeah, if you're married to this person, Taurus, you may feel like this person kind of like left all the household responsibilities on your shoulders while you also having to work or whatnot. If this is someone that you're newly getting to know, you may feel like you're the one holding on to the relationship And if you let go, the relationship let goes. That's Sun in Capricorn. Some of you guys may have met each other at work, or you work really well together, but as of recently, like, something may have happened. Tell me more about why Taurus feels this way. Tell me more about why Taurus feels this way for the week of May 2025. The Queen of Cups. You want to be adored. You're kind of coming in this week just feeling like you want some more affection. You're just wanting some more affection from your person, and that would just really seal the deal and, you know, bring you back to the way you were in the beginning with this person. And that could be why this person's coming towards you with the Knight of Cups energy. Maybe they're sensing you're just wanting to cuddle more. You're wanting to feel heard more. You're wanting to feel like this person wants to hug you and wants to be around you, wants to tell you how handsome or beautiful you are, things like that. Like they did in the beginning is what it feels like. Why are they viewing Taurus as the King of Swords? And this could apply to both genders. Why the King of Swords? The Seven of Swords. They feel like you're blocking yourself now. They do sense that you're blocking yourself. Like, for example, if they were to come and give you a hug, you would like purposely find something to pick up so that way it would be awkward to hug at that moment in time. Like really creating that distance to show that you're frustrated. And it's definitely getting their attention because it's creating this need to just want to show up in a more creative way. Clarify that Knight of Cups for this person's behavior towards Taurus this week. I would expect a lot more romantic text messaging, a lot more sweeter gestures. That's what the Knight of Cups does when it shows up in the behavior position, especially with the given situation. Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is making a plan, and the Knight of Pentacles is being consistent with that plan. So Taurus, it feels like this person's got a plan this week, and they're going to follow through with it. They're going to be consistent with it, because the Knight of Pentacles, when they start their journey, they make it to their destination, even if they're a little bit slower about it. And what their destination is Knight of Cups. So I feel like this is like I don't feel like you're fighting. I don't feel like you're fighting. I just feel like you've kind of like started to detach a little bit because you're just sensing you guys' relationship has gone through maybe a plateau, or someone's gotten a little complacent with having someone always there who is loyal and supportive. And you're like, hey, come on now. You got to keep up with what you were selling me when we first started dating. None of this other stuff. Why the Fool? Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this person plans to be very generous with you this week, and in return, it makes you want to give back to them as well. Looks like a good outcome. Looks like a good outcome, Taurus. Three of Pentacles, you guys working together. So for those of you in no contact or in situations a little bit more complicated, let's get your person's hidden feelings for you right now. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, Taurus, I've got strong earth energy. So it could be definitely a fellow earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I have water here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. I wouldn't worry about the zodiac sign, but the main ones is the ones I just said. Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. You were my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. Yeah, someone's feeling the ice wall. Being away from you hurts like hell. I didn't realize it would be this difficult. For some of you, you may have had to create space with this person just to show them what you added to their life and what you could take away if you were to leave them for good. I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. I always look for you at airports as if we'll be at the same place in the world. Some of you guys may have a long distance relationship going on, and someone's like, oh man, can I keep up with a long distance? It's taking all my energy and I don't feel like I'm seeing any movement here. That could be for somebody here. All right, so I hope that helps, Taurus. Enjoy the rest of your birthday season. All right, and on to Aries. And if you're a mommy, happy Mother's Day. Hey Aries, what up, Buttercup? Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on with you this week and whoever this person is that you've got on your mind this week. Who's heading towards Aries this week, and what's their story with Aries? How do they feel about Aries, and how does Aries feel about this person? What's the overall situation affecting Aries this week? And please give me as many details as possible on the status of their relationship, whether newly dating, married, in a relationship, separated. What's going on with Aries this week? Aries. Ooh, that one wanted my attention. Justice card, Libra energy. Thank you, Abundance. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate that. Thank you. Aries. Who's coming towards Aries this week? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my awesome Aries. All right. So your person's feelings towards you this week. We have the Queen of Swords. Their view of you this week. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Their behavior and actions towards you this week, we had the Moon. Your feelings towards this person, we have the 9 of Cups. And the overall energy of influencing you guys' relationship this week, we have the Judgment card. Thank you, Tiffany Bryant. I appreciate you. The Judgment card is influenced by the High Priestess and the 4 of Cups. Now, I remember this card being in your weekly reading I posted yesterday. And it's coming out again. All right, let's break it down. Let's start with this person's feelings for you. We have the Queen of Swords. It feels like this week you've got someone that may feel like you are really, in your head about something, that you're trying to figure some things out. But when I look at your feelings, you show me a happy person. Clarify that Queen of Swords. Clarify that Queen of Swords. The Lovers card. They do feel a lot of love for you, Aries. The Queen of Swords to the Lovers card. This is someone that feels a lot of love for you, but may feel like, something has impeded the movement going forward. I don't know if that's the correct word to use. And someone's just trying to figure some things out while at the same time feeling like you are kind of in your head about them. Okay, there's something going on here. And they're keeping an eye on you, Page of Swords. They're trying to see what's going on, whether they live with you or have access to your social media or work with you. This is someone that is actively keeping an eye on things to see what's going on with you, to see if things are okay between the two of you or if things need some improvement. I am getting someone feeling like there's a lot of judgment being thrown at each other. Like everyone casting judgment, but not really saying anything for someone to correct. It's kind of what that's showing me. It's like when you're looking at somebody and you're feeling some sort of way, you're feeling like you're not liking some things or some things need improvement, but you're not voicing it to the other person so that way they can correct it. So both parties are just casting judgment and keeping it to themselves, High Priestess, and it doesn't really help the relationship. It starts to just create some hidden tension. Because I am getting some hidden tension here building up. But the thing is, when I look at you with the 9 of Cups, you look very content and happy about something. So maybe they feel like something else is making you happy. Even though that's showing up in your feelings towards them, they might be assuming that something else is making you happy and it's not them because they're feeling that Queen of Swords off of you. All right, clarify Aries' energy this week. Why the 9 of Cups? It's kind of like you're in this energy of, I'm going to do my own thing, do whatever makes me happy, because the 9 of Cups person just does what makes them feel good, regardless of what's going on with the people around them. It's very self-focused. Why the 9 of Cups? The 2 of Wands. You're kind of at a roadblock right now, Aries, a crossroads, if you will, and you're just trying to figure out what the next step should be, what the next path should be, so that way you can continue making yourself happy. The 2 of Wands comes in when we feel like our relationship with someone should be reaching the next level by now, and if we feel like there's been no growth or something has, extremely plateaued, it leaves us feeling like, all right, I need to reassess the situation, what needs to happen for me and this person to power through this and move forward and maintain momentum or pick up momentum? Or should I just see this as a turning point where I've outgrown this situation and go in a different direction? It's kind of what I'm getting off of you, Aries. Now, this person loves you. This person feels like they don't want to go any direction. They feel like you are a giving person because they're viewing you as a Six of Pentacles. They view you as a generous person, a giver. You're just someone that's always giving plenty to other people. The Nine of Cups person, however, is more giving to themselves. Doesn't mean that they're not generous to other people, but the Nine of Cups is all about me, myself, and I. And with the Two of Wands being here, I feel like I have an Aries that is at this point where you're like, do I want to continue giving to this relationship moving forward, or I want to pour back into myself? Because the more I pour into myself, the more happier I feel. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Clarify that Judgment in the High Priestess, please. Clarify the Judgment in High Priestess. The Chariot. Yeah, look at that. I feel like what's overall influencing the week ahead, Aries, is that you just want to see movement. Whether it's with this person or not, you just don't want to be in the same spot as you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago with this relationship. If you don't see it moving forward, you get bored of giving to it. You're a fire sign. Fire signs love to feel like they're moving and enjoying themselves, feeling passionate, feeling alive, feeling a rush. And if you feel like something has kind of like, slowed down a bit or just became really static, you're going to do something about it, Aries. You're not someone that sits around for years, thinking about, all right, what could I do? I'm not happy. Aries just do. You guys are like, I think I said this last week. I could have sworn I said this last week. You guys are like perfect for the Nike slogan, just do it. You're that person. You just do it. You don't think about it. You don't talk to people for weeks on end. You just do it. And it's like, you're kind of going back and forth on whether this person and you have what it takes. Clarify why they're viewing Aries as the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. They see you as the life of the party. They see you as someone that always brings in the good vibes. When a party is dull, it's because Aries hasn't shown up yet. And I'm telling you the truth. Aries just have that way with people and groups. Whether you're being sarcastic, whether you're being funny, whether you're just like, trying out new things to see, what happens. You guys are fun to be around. You make someone's life a lot better. You have your flaws too, like everybody. But this week, they may be sensing that the fire is not, surrounding them right now. It feels colder with that moon energy. You can tell the difference between having a warm, fiery fire sign in your corner and when it's like cold and icy. And that's what I picked up on originally with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, when she's feeling unappreciated or feels like something has no more growth, she starts to reserve all that fiery energy and puts it into a hobby, puts it into a new friendship, puts it into their gym routine. And someone may be sensing that something's different. The Justice card is back. Clarify that moon. For some of you, Aries, you're doing it because you sensed it off of them, like them changing up a bit. I got that similar message on Taurus's reading, so you might have Taurus in your chart. Why the moon? The Eight of Cups. Look at that. Their behavior this week is coming in with some deep-rooted insecurities. Like you acting this way may be tapping into an old fear of theirs that they thought that they walked away from, that they thought they healed from. And with you coming in this way, their behavior is to get even quieter and start distancing themselves to the point where they start to walk away. And we have two people who are judging each other and keeping it to themselves because you both feel like something is not like going in one's favor, and people just move forward and never talk about it. So it feels like you both are keeping this to yourself and not sharing it with each other. And over time, someone's just going to give up. Someone's just going to give up. Tell me more about how this person feels about Aries. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. They feel like you are someone very resourceful. You're someone that always has a backup plan. If something's going wrong, you always have a backup plan. And that's pretty much what the Two of Wands is. You looking over your map and looking at all the types of directions you could take this to see what would be the most beneficial for you, and you're taking it. That's what I'm getting. So Aries, I feel like this week, what would benefit you and this person is if you both gently, lightly express what is going on in the hopes that maybe there could be some positive change. Like you can gently say to this person, look, we've been dating for 2 years. Are we going to talk about marriage? Are we going to talk about moving in? What do you want to see happen in our relationship? Because I don't want to be where I'm not wanted. Or if you are married and you're just feeling like the relationship has really plateaued, you could be like, look, we don't go on dates anymore. We're always just fighting about money and kids or something like that. It's like someone's just feeling dissatisfied right now, but nobody's saying anything. Everyone's just keeping it all bottled up and putting walls up. 9 of Wands. And then I see the Empress. I feel like there's a lot of growth heading towards you, Aries, as long as you're expressing yourself in a way that allows you to validate your feelings and allows them to validate their feelings, and then you guys can go from there. It looks like you guys are at a point in your relationship where you're at that point right before a huge milestone hits where things start to slow down at a screeching halt, just for people to like really ask themselves, am I ready for this? Am I ready for this new milestone? Or is this something that is, outgrowing itself, no longer bringing the happiness it did in the beginning? So I feel like you and this person are feeling motivated to come towards each other and talk before making any final decisions. But if you guys don't, Aries is just like out. Aries moves fast. I'm going to pull your person's hidden message. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, I have Gemini, Taurus, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it could be anybody. I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. If this is someone that you're not living with or anything like that, it's like this person wants to come talk to you about some things, but they may sense that cold chill, like you're not even wanting to hear what they have to say. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. For some of you, Aries, you may feel like you're dealing with someone that the moment things are not happy, hunky-dory, they pull back or just close off, or you don't hear from them for days at a time, and you're like, can I really have a partnership with someone that like crashes out and just disappears and not work it out with me as a partnership? So that concerns you. Being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. Feeling lost, I don't know what to do about it. It looks like Aries has the map. So if you guys really want to make this work, you can like show them the map that you have and see if it triggers a memory for them subconsciously that they're going in the right direction as you. All right, Aries, I hope that helps. Do check out your weekly reading. I posted it yesterday. It's in my May playlist. Plus you have a monthly if you haven't seen that. All right, thank you for being here. On to Gemini. I did a Mother's Day race, and boy, are my legs hurting. Am I spelling it? Oh, I spelled that wrong. I took a little break on my running because I hurt my knee, and yeah, still hurting. Oh my goodness, writing backwards is a pain in the butt. There we go. I'm thinking about installing a software that will allow me to like flip the screen around so I don't have to continue writing backwards. Something like Streamlabs or something. Thank you, Bridget Cox. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Mother's Day greeting. If you're a mommy too, happy Mother's Day. All right, what do we have for Gemini? for the next 7 days. What do we have for Gemini this week? What do we have for Gemini this week? Oh, 1 second. Oh, that's so good. I usually make my own homemade iced coffees and I just reuse the Donkey's cup, but today I got a real one. Taking a break from my Starbucks kick. All right, what do we have for Gemini this week? 2 more shuffles for Gemini. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Gemmy Gems. All right, Gemini, your person's feelings for you this week. We have the High Priestess. Their view of you, the 6 of Cups. Their behavior and actions towards you, the 9 of Cups. Someone's treating you good this week. Someone's like really like trying to remind you of what you liked about them in the beginning or love about them. Because it is showing me you guys have a bit of history together. This is not some random person that you just met at the bar last night when the 6 of Cups shows up. Sometimes, you know, that could indicate a past life connection coming into your life. But they're viewing you as someone that they've had a lot of good memories with. And they're kind of reminding you of all that this week. How does Gemini feel about this person? 10 of Wands. You feel like they're working extra hard this week to prove something to you is what you're kind of sensing. Whether they are actually trying to just prove something to you or they're just wanting to be there for you this week, you are sensing that this week your person is going hard on, you know, texting, showing up for you, doing things that they know would make you happy or made you happy in the beginning, something like that, something like that. What's the overall influence? The 9 of Wands. Some of you Geminis may have put up a ladder between you and another person just to see if they're willing to climb up that ladder. Okay? The 9 of Wands can sometimes show up when we just feel like we have to protect ourselves a little bit more, guard ourselves a little bit more. If we feel like the energy surrounding us and another person has significantly dropped in effort or loyalty or whatnot, and if this person has never done anything like that to you and you've never done anything like that to them, it just feels like someone's feeling like they want to be more supportive this week. 3 of Cups influencing that, 4 of Wands. Some of you might have children together and this person is just like picking up more of the slack with the kids. If you don't have kids together, it's just someone that's wanting to just be more supportive. So let's clarify why they feel the High Priestess for you. Why the High Priestess for how this person feels about Gemini this week? For some of you, this person may feel like you're being quiet with them, being more secretive with them, like not really sharing your thoughts and feelings with them as much as you usually do. Why the High Priestess? The Ace of Wands. They feel like you are someone that when you're in a good mood, you just are a vibe. You're someone just fun to be around. You turn it up and everyone just wants to be around you. But it does feel like at the start, someone's feeling like you may have reclused yourself a little bit. I don't know if I said that correctly. You've gone recluse, self-isolated yourself, just being more private, just wanting to be more low-key, not really be, you know, out there socializing. It's like it comes in spurts for you, Gemini. There's moments where you're high energy and you just want to socialize and be around as many people as possible. But then there's other moments where you're like, I am done peopling. I don't want people today. Please, everyone, leave me alone. And it doesn't discriminate against everyone in your life, including this person. It's like everyone feels it. Everyone feels it. Yeah, 8 of Swords on the bottom. And it confuses this person. This person feels kind of confused about why they make that list of people that you kind of pull away from as well when they should be the partner that you go to whenever you're feeling some sort of way. So to break out of this 8 of Swords energy, it feels like this person is going to try and do whatever to make you happy, to be there for you, to ease some of your burden and stress, If you guys have kids together, they're picking up more of the laundry, doing the dinners more often, or just giving you a day to just do your own thing. 9 of Cups. Clarify why Gemini feels the 10 of Wands for this person. I mean, I kind of like how they're showing up for you this week. It's like this week you're feeling like you matter. Why the 10 of Wands? Why the 10 of Wands? But we can only take so much, though, if we feel like all of our effort is not getting us anywhere. But if we're doing it to get a result, then that is also conditional love and support. So you've got to find a nice balance. Why the 10 of Wands? The Hierophant. Some of you guys feel like this person is pushing for marriage or pushing for a more exclusive type of relationship with you. They're hoping that all their effort around this time frame is going to help them, you know, claim you in a way where it's higher level, where they know that even if you're like feeling some sort of way with the world around you, they are your safe space, your comfort to go to. Dang, this person adores you, Gemini, but I'm getting that they don't say it as much. Or maybe you and your person has had a lot of on and offs. You know, not saying that you guys broke up or anything like that, but like on and off periods where you guys are like happy together and other times you both just do your own thing. Like there's been a lot of changes that happened between the two of you is what I'm getting off of this. And during all those changes with your relationship, you both individually changed too. Like you're not the same person you were when you met them 6 months ago, 6 years ago, 16 years ago for some of you. You're a lot different. You've grown. You've changed. And through every up and down that we have with someone, we kind of lose a little bit of love for them. Sometimes we gain a little bit more love for them depending on how the pendulum is swinging. I feel like they're gaining more love for you as time goes on, where you might be putting more of a distance between the two of you as time goes on. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. I feel like I need another card on how Gemini feels. How does Gemini feel about this person? It's like you're definitely appreciating their effort this week, but does that change anything for you? Ace of Pentacles, you do see it giving you more of a higher perspective on having growth with this person and giving this relationship a solid chance. So crosswatch or whatever you're doing, it feels like it might work on Gemini as long as you're being authentic with it. It feels like Gemini, you're seeing something as a perfect opportunity for really building a solid foundation this time around if the foundation wasn't secure before. Like if you've been with someone for like 5 years and you guys' this relationship started off as, you know, a third party or a lot of deception or a lot of drama with family, friends, it kind of affects your foundation. Over time, it creates a lot of tower opportunities because towers come in so that way you get another chance to start that foundation over from scratch. And the more you do it through trial and error, you start to learn what is your, you know, what are your hiccups with each other? Is it your communication? Is your love language affecting you guys? Is it family members getting involved? Is it someone's wandering eye? What are the little hiccups that really create those cracks in the foundation that eventually turns into towers? And the more you guys go through this, the more you understand, oh, okay, I see where we were wrong. Now I know how to build this foundation more securely. And that's what the Ace of Pentacles does. It allows you to build into the 10 of Pentacles, which is a very successful relationship. So I like that. Clarify why they are viewing Gemini as a 6 of Cups. If this is someone brand new, Gemini, they view you as a past life connection where when you guys met, it instantly felt familiar, like reconnecting with a long lost friend. But if this is someone that you've been dealing with for a while, they're viewing you as someone that they have a lot of fond memories with. King of Pentacles. Some of you guys could be entrepreneurs, business owners, but for others, this person views you as someone that they have good memories with and they could see growing old with. The star on the bottom. Yeah, you've got someone that doesn't want to lose you. Not saying that you were losing each other, but It's showing me someone that's like, I've got to treat Gemini right. I've got to treat Gemini right because I am not losing this person. No way, Jose. And their actions and behavior towards you is the Nine of Cups. Sometimes the Nine of Cups, when it shows up in certain parts of the spread, it talks about catering to oneself, me, myself, and I, especially if it's in one's feelings position. But when it's in someone's behavior to another, that's doing whatever it takes to make another person feel loved and happy. It's all about context. Why the Nine of Cups as this person's behavior? The Strength card. Now the Strength card to the Nine of Cups as behavior, that's coming in with a lot of support and comfort and loyalty. It's definitely telling me someone wants to be your ride or die, wants to be there for you. You know, if someone were to hurt you, let's ride it done. That's this person's motto when it comes to Gemini. Clarify the Three of Cups, Nine of Wands. Clarify the Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles I see on the bottom. Now, the King of Cups to the Three of Cups. This is someone coming in with emotional maturity and is coming in, keeping in control of their emotions, even if other people are involved, you know, poking the bear or, you know, trying to complicate things. This is someone that knows how to control their emotions. And I do have the Four of Pentacles, which talks about protecting what you value. Clarify that Death card in the Sun. Whoa, Nelly. The Two of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Page of Swords. This kind of shows me a Gemini that may at times feel like your only, you know, way of moving is running away from the situation. But you come in indecisive about it with the Two of Swords. But the Page of Swords is telling me that you're open to new ideas, new thought processes that's going to help you move in a direction that doesn't undo everything that you've built with someone, while also recognizing what you are feeling conflicted on and what you feel challenged on and what you don't want to see continue in your life anymore. I feel like I'm tapping into a Gemini that's always quick to run when things get complicated with their person or people in general, where, you know, when things are just not going the way you want it, you're quick to be like, all right, I'm done with this relationship, I'm blocking you, blah, 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 and isolate yourself. But it feels like this time around, you're trying to find another way of handling it instead of just running away from this person. It feels like you and this person are learning through setbacks how to avoid, you know, where's the card? Someone running away from the situation when things are just challenging. Feels like you guys are figuring things out. Yeah, for some of you, it took a break from each other for you guys to really gain clarity on what you're being guided to do here in the situation. I feel like it's helping. Someone may have sought out therapy, couples therapy, or just individual therapy in order to help understand why someone reacts a certain way when there's conflict in a relationship, and discovered that it's a deeper thing versus the actual relationship. Like maybe someone's realizing, oh wow, I never healed that from childhood. Okay, that explains why I react that way now. Whether it's you, this person, or both of you. So if you're in a complicated situation or in no contact, I'm going to get your person's hidden feelings. But the zodiac signs that came through this reading is Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Leo again, Taurus, Sagittarius. It really could be any zodiac sign though, but those are the main ones that are sticking out. Please rock that like and subscribe button if you girl. If you haven't already, I appreciate it. I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. Gemini, you've got someone that wants to wake up to you every stinking morning. Okay, this is just someone that feels that you are their person. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. Oh, you got an extra card? Oh, no, that's a regular card. There's so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. Can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? Yeah, this person is acknowledging that you guys do have a past together, and that, you know, sometimes when we're with someone for so long, even if we see them improving and being better, and we are seeing ourselves improving and being better, it's really hard to shake off the original core foundation that was presented to us in the early stages of trying to figure out our relationships or figuring out our own situation. It's like it's really hard to forget about things that someone did to us in the first year we were trying to work on a relationship, even though 4 years later, everything that we complained about is no longer a factor, but it's still hard to not see that same person that hurt us in the beginning, you know? That's why it's very difficult for, you know, family members to get along as adults, because they got to see you at your lowest. They got to see you when, you know, you didn't have the coping mechanisms, you didn't have coping skills to handle certain things, and, you know, saw you at your worst. But you've worked on that to where new people embrace that, but people who have been with you for a while will keep on saying, oh, you're just going to go back to the way you were, or something like that, totally discrediting all the hard work that someone has done on themselves. So I don't know who needed to hear that, Gemini, but I hope it all works out for you. It looks like it's on that path. All right, so enjoy your weekend. On to Cancer. All right, Cancer. I've got to clean out my eraser. Hi, Cancer. What up? Let's see what's going on with you guys this week. All right, who's coming towards Cancer and how do they feel? The Devil landed in reverse before I even got started. Someone here may have let go of something that was really hurting a relationship, whether an individual did it or... I'm also getting, all right, trigger alert, trigger alert. I'm feeling like someone really went through something difficult where they healed an addiction, and if so, congratulations, that's awesome. Every day is going to be, you know, a hard one, but take a day at a time. Let's see. Who's heading towards Cancer this week, and how do they feel about Cancer, and how does Cancer feel about them too? How does this person view Cancer this week, and what's their behavior and actions with Cancer this week? What's going on? Cancer. What do we have for Cancer this week? How does this person feel about Cancer this week? 2 more shuffles for Cancer. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my adorable Krabby Patties. All right, Cancer, your person's feelings for you this week, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Their view of you this week, we have the Sun. There's that Chucky riding in a bed of sunflowers. Their behavior and actions towards you, the Queen of Pentacles. And your feelings towards this person, the Magician. Looks good. Looks really good. The overall energy influencing the 2 of you this week, the Lovers. Influencing that is the 4 of Wands and the Tower. Oh, my Lanta. Cancer. What the fudge? I like it, but dang. What did you guys go through to reach this point? That's what I want to know. Because the Tower card in this art depiction shows me 2 people came together after a very difficult stage of one's life. Whether they were dealing with, you know, drama with friends, with family, financial trouble, you know, or someone was battling addictions or something. The Tower comes in when the universe is like, we can't work on that foundation like that. We got to work on it. We got to fix it. And it shows me 2 people holding each other's hands as if someone overcame something. I like it. And with the Lovers card being influenced by the 4 of Wands, it feels like, Cancer, you may be connecting with someone that may be someone that you're meant to be with for a very long time. This will definitely make sense for the Cancers who have been like building something for at least a couple of years. But even if this is more newer than that, I don't know. I need to get more insight. But I am feeling like someone's invested a lot of time and energy into you. All right, so let's clarify. Put that right there. Let's start with this person's feelings for you. We have the 7 of Pentacles. This week, you've got someone that is reevaluating everything that has happened, whether in the recent days, weeks, months, years. Sometimes Pentacles represent years for me. It's reevaluating everything, taking stock of everything that you've gone through, everything you've overcame and are overcoming as we speak, and looking at the results. Was all that sweat and tears worth it? Did we get the results that we were hoping for with all that effort we put in? And it's showing me yes. It's showing me yes. Clarify that Seven of Pentacles. Clarify that Seven of Pentacles for how this person feels towards Cancer this week. The Queen of Swords. The High Priestess and the Empress is right underneath that. They're keeping private right now about everything that they're thinking in regards to you. It's like they're trying to process everything themselves before verbalizing it with you. Because the High Priestess is someone that just keeps things private, whether it's journaling, whether it's, you know, talking to themselves about the issue, or a therapist. It's someone that's trying to keep everything to themselves while they process what they need to do here. And the Queen of Swords is definitely someone that is getting ready to speak what's on their mind. Sometimes the Queen of Swords showing up in the feelings position could tell me that someone's feeling like someone's gotten a little cold. But the surrounding energy just doesn't tell me that. It tells me that someone is like making sense of everything in their head, of why everything happened the way that it did. Why did certain things have to happen? Why did the timeline have to be a certain way? It's like having a huge realization to why something needed to happen, or for something else to happen that one wanted. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. It's like in order to get to, you know, C, D, E, someone had to go through B, and B may have been bad, you know, but to get from A to D, you had to go through B. It feels like that. So let me clarify that Tower. Clarify that Tower, please. Please clarify that Tower. The Three of Swords. Oof. Someone here either A, met their person while someone was still grieving and making sense of an old relationship that really hurt them badly, whether that's you or this person. Or the relationship may have started on a third party. And a relationship starting off a third party, you know, that doesn't lead to success most times. There are exceptions, but it's very rare, depending on, you know, the effort you guys put into building trust with each other. But I am getting that there has been some pain in someone's life before feeling the gain. Clarify why Cancer feels the Magician. With the Magician as your feelings, Cancer, you're pretty much saying, I have access to the tools I need to make what I want a reality. I have everything I need. So if I can't make this work with this person, then it's just that we're not meant to be. Because I'm using all the tools here, and if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to move in a different direction. There's no excuse at this moment. It's pretty much what that's showing me. There's no excuse. Clarify the Magician. The Two of Pentacles. Thank you, Zaina. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, girl. The Two of Pentacles. So Cancer, this week you feel like you and your person are working together in a way where you feel like you're bringing balance to the relationship. Because the Two of Pentacles, when it shows up as feelings, can suggest you guys going over the pros and cons, or just being, trying to come to some sort of mutual agreement. Like if this was a career reading and you were, you know, talking to your boss about a promotion, the Two of Pentacles would suggest you guys negotiating a, you know, pay that is fair to the services. Going back and forth to create some sort of mutual agreement, okay? So put that in a love reading. You and this person this week are working together, trying to find some sort of common ground and how to move forward so that there's no more towers coming towards you. And if there are towers, then it's just because of life lessons that are, you know, helping you guys grow and evolve over time. Because even the happiest relationships will get towers from time to time. It's just, it's a chance for everyone to grow and be, you know, always working on oneself. All right, King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So I got the Queen of Pentacles as their behavior towards you, and I got the King of Pentacles while still diving into your feelings along with the Ace of Swords. You guys feel like you guys can really make it work. When the King and Queen of Pentacles shows up in a reading, that talks about two people who are open to putting in their effort, putting in the work, not afraid of rolling up their sleeves and getting to the, you know, the dirt of the garden. Okay, and the Ace of Swords talks about breakthroughs and clarity. You and this person may be having like a huge breakthrough with each other where you're like, oh, okay, now I see why we just kept on hitting that roadblock. I got it now. Now we know, let's move past that. That's kind of what it feels like. Like you guys are discovering what the main thing is that was cracking your foundation of your life together, and you're taking care of it. This person is viewing you as very happy around this time frame, ecstatic, feeling a weight lifted, feeling like you're taking off 500 pounds of stress off of your shoulders, off that Krabby Patty shell. Some of you guys may have Leo placements. Clarify the sun for how this person's viewing Cancer. This person's also seeing you as someone that's very youthful looking. Regardless of your age, you just have that youthful spirit that naturally makes you younger looking. And then I say that, I see the Ace of Wands. So some of you may have one of those faces that you could be 80 years old and some people be like, are you 80 or 60? You know, it's like you look significantly younger than your peers. That's also sunscreen and daily water. Always put on your sunscreen. Why the sun? The Three of Cups, Cancerian energy. So they're viewing you as being in a very beautiful mood this week. Just feeling happy, feeling sociable. When a Cancer is feeling appreciated or feeling like a lot of stress has been lifted, they could be the funniest, most playful person in your life, okay? Yeah, when Cancers are in a good space, they are funny. They make a lot of the comedians in this world. Thank you, Tance Williams. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Cancers do make up of a lot of the comedians in the world. You guys are just funny people. You guys are quick-witted. When you're with the right people, too, it enhances that. So I want to dive into their behavior. Let's take a look. Dive into that Queen of Pentacles. I'm looking at that Queen of Pentacles, and it shows a big old mountain behind somebody, as if to say someone's put a lot of their obstacles in their past. It's like, it's behind me now. Because mountains in tarot can often represent obstacles we are climbing or needing to climb or just recently climbed. But it's what builds up, you know, strength and stamina in everyday situations. You become more patient, you become more stronger, and can handle regular things without the negative reaction that other people still learning do. Six of Swords. Cancer, I don't know what's going on with the two of you, but you guys are like on your healing journey, and it shows. You can tell when someone's on a healing journey because their skin glows as well. When you're going through some dark times, it affects your face, your skin. Thank you, Casey Lynn. I appreciate that, girl. Thank you so much. When you're going through hard times, it shows on your face. It's like there's like a dead behind the eye look, or someone just feels so like, you know, like over the BS, just feeling so dissociated from people and you just want to hide. But when you're on your healing journey, you glow. You glow. Thank you, Cindy from New York. Thank you. It's just an obvious thing. No skincare products will enhance that. You know, it's natural. Well, actually, no. Some skincare products help. So I got the King of Cups. So this could be specifically for a masculine Cancer, but it doesn't have to be only for masculine Cancers. But I'm still looking at this person's view of you now, and it's showing me someone just feeling more in control with their emotions. Because remember, we all carry masculine and feminine energy, all right? I come up as the King of Wands all the time in my own readings, and I'm a chick, all right? It's just, it shows up what energy we are embodying at that time. And the King of Cups is someone that knows how to manage their emotions, does not get easily triggered, doesn't let people get a rise out of them, doesn't get people to break their character. Like if someone's trying to piss you off just to, like, you know, ruin your mood, it's not going to help with a King of Cups. The King of Cups is going to look at that person and think, I see what you're doing. You're just trying to break my mood and take that smile off my face, but it's not going to work because your words don't bother me. I feel more sorry for you for focusing on wanting to cause me pain. That's the King of Cups. Thank you, Miss Bryce. I appreciate that. So 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, I see as well. If someone went through some financial hardships, it feels like it's going to start improving, because you'll notice when you're healing your emotions and on your healing spiritual journey, you'll start to notice more financial opportunities coming in too. Okay? Because it's a balance of water and land. You are a Cancer. Your opposite is Capricorn. Your opposite is Earth. So when your emotions are going good, water. Your land, your materials, your money, your health starts to do well as well to create that balance. So if you were going through some financial struggles, Cancer, because of the stresses of your relationships, your money is about to take off in a very beautiful way because of the energy you're putting out now. Relationships can really affect our cash flow if we allow it. So Cancer, I like it. This is one of the best readings I think I've done for you in a very long time. And if you're single watching this right now, the message could be saying that you are building a more healthy relationship with yourself and being in more control of how you see you, how people can see you. And you're just feeling so good about yourself, just loving life, even if you just go home to several cats each day. You're just like, I love me. I get a healthy relationship with myself. And everything starts to match that vibration and want to bring in more things that line up with you. I tell people who come to me for private readings who are single, what's the best way to find the one that you're wanting to be with? Give all that effort to yourself the way you would give to this person. Love up on yourself the way that you would want to be loved up, and you're gonna meet a vibrational match. Okay? So let's get the hidden message. This is for Cancers in no contact with someone right now, or in something complicated where you haven't reached that healing stage yet, but you're on your way. But first, let me name the zodiac signs that came through this reading. Scorpio, Leo, Gemini, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo. But it could be any zodiac sign, okay? Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. Didn't we have that for Gemini? You could be a cusper. Our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. For some of you Cancers, you and another person are going through a estranged time because of your belief system. Maybe you guys are, one's more religious, one's more spiritual, or someone, you know, has a different view of what they want to do in regards to raising children. It could be a plethora of things. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. For someone here, someone said some mean things and it really bothered somebody, and they took it really to heart and hasn't come out of hiding because of how painful those words were. Okay? Thank you, Nicole. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. For some of you Cancers, the situation became increasingly intense, so someone needed to take a break to figure out if there's anything that they could do on themselves to eliminate future towers, and it was just something that someone needed. You know, sometimes when relationships come in very intense, it's because two people are attracting each other during a time where there's a lot of unhealed trauma. Kind of like trauma bonding, but not, it doesn't have to be. It's like attracting someone who had just the same sort of backstory as you, and you guys are a mirror reflection of things that you still need to heal, and maybe someone wasn't ready to face that while another person was ready. It could be any of that, all right? So I hope that helps, Cancer. I love you. Enjoy your weekend. Hi Tenacious. Hi Infinite Faith. Hi Kita. I see you guys. If I missed anybody, thank you. I love my mod squad. You guys are awesome. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. All right, up next, it's Leo. You guys are so awesome to spend your Sunday with me. Ah. I had the best cedar plank salmon yesterday. Oh my goodness. I am not a seafood eater, but that is one dish that makes me change my mind about seafood. I'm thinking about that now. All right, enough about food. Leo. Maybe a Leo is watching right now thinking, what do I want for lunch today? Oh, shoot. What do we have for Leo for the next 7 days? Who's heading towards Leo this week? And what's their story? 5 of Cups landed on my lap. Knight of Swords got my attention too. Some of you Leos may be dealing with someone that may have said something and you may discover that it was like a form of, it was a strategic move to get a reaction out of you. We'll see if it comes back out. It's like someone may have said something to hurt your feelings, and the more you think about it, the more you're like, was that a strategic gameplay? Who's coming towards Leo this week? Who's coming towards Leo this week? How does this person feel about Leo? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my lovely Leos. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week, Leo. We have the Chariot, major for Cancer. Their view of you this week, we have the 8 of Swords. Their behavior and actions towards you this week, the Page of Wands. I absolutely love this card. This card always puts me in a really good mood when I see it. It's like your feelings towards this person, the 2 of Pentacles. The overall energy for the 2 of you right now, the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords comes in as the overall energy when 2 people are doing more watching than talking. Not always, though. Sometimes the Page of Swords as the overall energy could talk about an incoming text message that starts to gain momentum for the week ahead. Doesn't mean that you're not in daily communication. It's just it's telling me that there could be a message coming towards someone that offers some movement in a positive direction is what it kind of feels like. By the fact that they're viewing you as the 8 of Swords kind of tells me that there may be some silence right now where someone is feeling confused about what someone's behavior is all about, or something was said via text message that has thrown someone off and someone's feeling like, what do they mean by that? Remember how right before the pre-shuffle, the 5 of Cups landed on my lap, and on the bottom I was drawn to that Knight of Swords card, and it immediately told me that something may have triggered some sort of painful reaction in a Leo, and then the more that they think about it, the more that they're like, was that strategic? Was that on purpose to get a reaction out of me? And now that I'm seeing your actual spread, it shows me this person staring at their phone, rereading a text message over and over again, trying to make sense of what someone's gameplay was, what someone's intent was behind a message, whether it was a positive message or a negative one, or it's like someone's trying to figure out, what do they mean by that? What do they mean by that? How should I take that? And how do I respond to that? And with your feelings for this person being the 2 of Pentacles, ooh, 1111. 1111. There's 1,111 people in the chat right now. Make a wish. I love that. So with the 2 of Pentacles as your feelings, Leo, followed by the 8 of Swords for how this person's viewing you, this week, you've got a message coming towards you, and your initial response is going back and forth, trying to figure things out. Yes, the 2 of Pentacles could also be telling me that you feel like you and this person are trying to come to some mutual agreement about something, whether weekend plans or a plan for a nice dinner out or a vacation with that Chariot. But with your person viewing you as the 8 of Swords, it's kind of like they're viewing you as being confused. They're viewing you as being confused, whether it's because they had that plan all along or it's because you're showing obvious signs of it. So let's break it down. Let's get nosy. Let's see what's going on. Influencing that Page of Swords I see is the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom. For some of you, Leo, someone may have left you on red for a couple days and out of nowhere sends you a text being like, hey, what's up, Leo? What's up? And you're like, dude, you left me on red 2 days ago. What do you mean, what's up? What do you want? It feels like someone may be, inconsistent right now, and it's throwing somebody off. Someone's trying to figure out if someone's being inconsistent on purpose just to, get someone on edge. or if someone's just going through something right now, whether busy with work, dealing with family, or whatever the case may be, and generally just can't be on their phone a lot. It feels something's going on. So let's clarify this person's feelings for you. They've got the Chariot. Why the Chariot for how this person feels about Leo this week? Why the Chariot for how this person feels about Leo this week? Could be someone that might live at a distance from you or travels a lot for work. The Five of Swords. Leo. What I said in the beginning with that Five of Cups, Knight of Swords is coming in accurate. Because the Five of Swords is someone that is playing mind games. The Five of Swords is someone that is trying to gain the upper hand, the full control over how communication plays out. When someone wants to text, how long someone wants to text, what is talked about to you know, keep things on one's terms. But it feels like it's psychological. That's what happens when the Five of Swords comes through. Now, they could be thinking you're doing that to them, which is making them feel like they want to do that to you. Because remember, this is showing up in their feelings for you position, indicating that they may feel like you're the one that is throwing them off, so they're trying to match your energy. Thank you, Queen C, 1111. I appreciate that. So it's like there's a lot of confusion that could really negatively impact you guys' relationship this week if it's not meant to actually work out this way. Sometimes the Eight of Swords gets us in our head where we start to overanalyze something to the point where we create this image in our head that someone is shady, vindictive, awful, when you actually look at the facts, it was so far from that realization, and we might end up sabotaging a really good relationship because of our overthinking. So maybe this is saying that this person is not doing that to you, but you may be thinking they are, because you can't understand what they're getting at with some of their messages. You might be dealing with someone that is not really direct with their communication style. Like they have indirect communication behaviors. Someone that avoids confrontation. Someone that avoids critiquing someone out of fear of the reaction. Like, you may have somebody that is just not good with saying what's on their mind, so they might do it in an indirect way that makes them look more deceptive than they really are trying to be. Because I'm not getting that this person's trying to hurt you in any way. But it's coming off that way because of their inconsistency. Four of Wands on the bottom. This could be someone that has made plans to marry you or be with you, and maybe their actions are not matching what they're saying with that Four of Wands being there. Let me get a card on your feelings, and then I'll circle back to their feelings in a second. Okay, Leo? Why the Two of Pentacles for how Leo feels about this person, please? Why the Two of Pentacles? Why the Two of Pentacles? The Five of Pentacles is back. Look at that. It's like I have a Leo that's like, one moment they're kind of being quiet with me, and next minute they're all up in my Kool-Aid, knowing the flavor, and I don't know what to make of this. Do they want me? Do they not? Are they interested? Are they not? Are they trying to be cold? Are they trying to be hot? It's just that you're like, what am I making sense of this? To the point where there could be times of overthinking. This person's behavior towards you this week is the Page of Wands. This is telling me that they're coming towards you with good vibes. Whether it's inviting you out for dinner or just wanting to see how you're doing, where they're like, Leo, what's up? How have you been? They're coming in with a very fun energy. Maybe even asking you to send them a selfie, head up. And they're just wanting to see what you're up to. Because I see them holding that camera in their hand, and they're like, show me a picture. And you're like, what's going on? And as I'm saying that, I see that Five of Cups again that we saw during the pre-shuffle with the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Indicating that someone's communication behavior is throwing someone off where they don't really know what's going on. Leo. All right. Let's clarify why you're being seen as the Eight of Swords, and I'm going to go straight back to their feelings. Why the Eight of Swords for how they're viewing Leo this week? The Devil, they're viewing you as staring at your phone, trying to like make sense of what is going on because you're showing them that you don't trust them. The Eight of Swords to the Devil comes in when we've got racing insecurities, when we fear someone's playing us, when we fear we're getting conned, or when someone may be texting a whole bunch of different people just to see who responds, and you don't want to be an option. The Eight of Swords to the Devil could be feeling stuck in a third-party situation where you feel like someone can only give you certain time of day to give you attention because they're committed elsewhere. It could be a plethora of different reasons for why the Devil to the Eight of Swords is how they are viewing you. But it tells me that they're viewing you as being stuck and really focusing on all the negatives around this time frame. You know, this person is chilling next to their person, and in one's head, one's thinking, all right, if you're sitting next to me, you should be talking to me. Why are you on your phone? Who are you texting? Who are you so interested in engaging with while I'm sitting right here next to you? I might as well get on my phone too if that's how it's going to be. That's kind of what this art depiction shows me with the Devil. And the Devil's whispering in someone's ear, telling them to, you know, act out of character. And then I get the Two of Wands, leaving a Leo at a crossroads with what to do next. What to do so that way you are protecting yourself at all times. Clarify this person's feelings for Leo again. Please clarify this person's feelings for Leo, or rewind. Yeah, clarify this person's feelings for Leo again. The King of Pentacles. And then I got the Six of Wands. They feel like you get a lot of attention, and that could be why they pull back giving you attention. You know, I've seen that before. You know, some people have done studies on that where, like, if you're a naturally pretty person, people always assume, oh, that person gets complimented all the time. I'm not going to be another person that compliments them. But if everyone's thinking that way, that means that person never gets complimented. Or it's like this person may be making assumptions that you get a lot of attention, and they feel like they don't want to be, you know, added to the list of people that are throwing you compliments, complimenting you on your Instagram photos, your Facebook photos, because they don't want to feel like another option. But really, you're focusing on them as if you would like to get something started with them, and they're making assumptions based off of the fact that you might just be a popular person, you take good care of yourself, you are doing really well in your career. All those things are positive traits that someone should admire, not see as, you know, a red flag in regards to a relationship building. It's kind of what that's showing me. I mean, you're a Leo. Leos naturally get attention even if they're trying to hide and blend into the wallpaper. You are ruled by the sun. It's just something that is your birthright to get a lot of this attention. And, you know, sometimes that creates negative attention when people are projecting their insecurities onto you. You know? So, Crosswatcher, I feel like Leo really does like you and would like to see this work out. They're not seeing you as, you know, just one of the others. They see you as someone that they could really build something with, but they're starting to feel like you don't like them or love them. Give me another card on Leo's feelings. The Emperor. You feel like this is someone that you could build something solid with. You would like to see this work out. The Emperor, as your feelings for this person, tells me that you feel like this person is someone that you could really give a lot of support to. Maybe this is a business owner or someone that is up in the company ladder, or is someone that has a lot of respect around them, and your thought process is, oh, this person's doing pretty well too, so that means they won't be insecure about my successes because they're successful too. You know, that's how I'm getting off of you, Leo, where you're thinking, oh, great, we're both successful people, we're both attractive, we're both going to just really support one another, but instead, doesn't always work out that way. And then I get the Four of Wands on the bottom. You're seeing potential marriage with this person or a long-term relationship. So their behavior towards you is the Page of Wands. For someone here, I'm getting a side message. For someone here, there could be some sort of restriction that's making someone feel apprehensive about pushing something forward. Whether it's long distance, whether you guys work together, whether this is I'm getting that there could be something complicated surrounding home and money and career, especially with that devil here, because the devil is Capricorn energy and Capricorn rules the 10th house. 10th house is public image, career, monies, things like that, our reputation. So someone may be in their head feeling like this relationship would kind of like affect someone's ability to move forward in the way that they want to in their career or in their social circle, things like that. So let's clarify this person's behavior towards you this week. We have the Page of Wands. I just realized something. I only have one water card, and that's the Chariot. I have all fire and earth in this reading, and some air. Why the Page of Wands? The Three of Wands. This person's going to send you a text, and they're going to wait for your response, and they're hoping that you're going to respond positively, but I feel like any inconsistency is going to really annoy you. So it's like you're trying to reevaluate what you want to do going forward. Clarify that Page of Swords for the overall energy. The World card and the Three of Cups. So I feel like, Leo, this week, I feel like you guys are learning something very important about your relationship this week, and whether you guys can come to some sort of mutual agreement, your relationship will reach a new milestone and you guys will feel successful about it and feel supportive, or it could lead to you guys closing that chapter, closing that door, and then Leo going out and dating new people or hanging out with their friends. So let's get your person's hidden message, whether you're in no contact with someone or things are complicated. But for zodiac signs that came through your reading, Leo, I have Aries here. I have fixed energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. I have Capricorn, and I have Cancerian energy, but it really could be any zodiac sign, okay? Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate you. Our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. Yeah, that could be someone's inconsistent behavior, in and out behavior. Whenever you guys are confronting each other about an issue, that's when someone's like, all right, I'm going to pull back. And it's like, can't we resolve the issue? Why are you pulling back from me? Someone may struggle with direct communication. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. Yeah, for some of you Leos, just by talking about something that you are not happy about, even if you're coming in very patient and like, you know, calm, any critique triggers something with them where they don't really do well with that. All right. Thank you, Gigi. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. Who else got that? Was that Gemini or Cancer? You might have Cancer or Gemini in your chart. All right, Leo, I hope that helps. Do check out your May monthly if you haven't already. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. On to Virgo. Let's see what's going on with my Virgos. Virgolicious. All right, Virgo, what up? Hi, Lenora. Nice to see you, girl. All right, what do we have for Virgo this week? Happy Mother's Day to you guys, too. What do we have for Virgo this week? What do we have for Virgo this week? Who's got Virgo on their mind? The Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles just hopped out. Just when I said who's got Virgo on their mind, the Queen of Pentacles is your court card. So that confirms you're on somebody's mind right now. But the Five of Pentacles is the energy of feeling like a Virgo has iced them a little bit. It has kind of like pulled back some sort of support. We'll see if that comes through. Like someone's waiting for you to respond to a text, respond to their phone call, something like that. 2 more shuffles for Virgo. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Virgo babies. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week. We have the King of Wands, Leo energy. Their view of you, the Ten of Swords. their behavior and actions towards you, the Tower. Oh, that totally explains why the Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles came out. Your feelings towards this person, the Ace of Cups, and the overall energy, the Magician. What this is telling me, Virgo, is that around this time frame, you're looking at everything that could go wrong or whatever is a mistake for the relationship, and you're trying to figure out a way to correct it. The Magician, oh, and it's influenced by the Hermit. The Magician, which is your major arcana, by the way, and the Hermit, which is yours, shows me a Virgo that's pulling away from a situation because you're noticing all the signals that tell you something is not going in the right direction, or could bring you a lot of frustration in your life, or just really like interrupt what you want for yourself. And you're cutting it out. You're cutting it out, starting from ground zero with that Tower. So it feels like you want to be with this person, but you're seeing all the mistakes early on, and you're like, no, I got to correct it. Got to fix it. Got to fix it. It's such a typical Virgo. It's like, if you like somebody, but you don't like what's happening with your relationship, a Virgo will analyze what could be the factor of what's going on, what's going wrong, and see if you can, work it out with this person. If not, you just take off, because you're not going to play around with that. The Hermit and the Magician tells me that you're in a very analytical state of mind right now, where you're going inward on what you can do with the tools that you have available to you. And it does look like you're cutting somebody out this week, but in the hopes that maybe it'll help you guys remove the original foundation of your relationship and start from fresh. And if this person's not willing to work with you, you're going to just go in a different direction, is what it's showing me. You're not playing around. You're like, I know what I want. So let's start with this person's feelings for you. You got someone that feels very confident in themselves, but I need to find out if this is just a mask that they're wearing, if it's shielding something else. Why the King of Wands for how this person feels and how they feel towards Virgo? They feel confident that, something is still going to work out the way that they want it to. The Page of Cups. They feel like they're wanting to message you, and they're coming towards you in a very innocent way. Sometimes the Page of Cups can talk about an apology or someone wanting to be like, hey, about the other day. But the Page of Cups can also be someone coming in with underdeveloped emotions, hasn't matured yet. So you got someone that's feeling confident to come towards you with communication, but the emotions that they're sharing with you has not fully matured yet. It's in a page stage. This person's not coming to you as a King of Cups or a Queen of Cups or even a Knight of Cups. They're coming in as a page, indicating that what they have to say to you, they may have not developed on it enough for it to really satisfy you. Something like that. Now, for some of you Virgos, I am getting a separate message. For some of you Virgos, you're being seen as cutting somebody out of your life who you feel like you don't want to ever be around anymore. And you're feeling like whoever this person is brand spanking new. I feel like I had two groups of Virgos here. So I'm going to do my best to give both messages. But please bear with me. I'm going to try my best to keep it separated. But I do feel like I have some Virgos who are, falling in love with someone after you had to cut out somebody in your life that you feel like was not working with you. So let's clarify your feelings. Oh, and then I see the Fool and the King of Cups and the Lovers. So Virgo, you're knowing what you want. You're not settling for less. And you're making it happen. You're making it happen. You're coming in as someone that knows your worth, knows what you deserve, and you want a partner that's going to show support because of the support you also give to them. It's definitely giving, if I don't feel safe and secure with you, I'm not going to stay with you. But if someone is willing to work on themselves while you work on themselves, you're open and compassionate enough to watch them, work on some of the issues and go from there. But you may be feeling like someone that you're dealing with is possibly being arrogant with that King of Wands, Page of Cups energy in regards to what they feel like they need to change. Maybe they feel like they don't need to change. Clarify that Ten of Swords for how they view Virgo. The Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Some sort of conversation had led to you stressing out to the point where it was making you mentally feel sick, and you decided to say, to heck with it, I'm not giving my mental stress, my mental energy to someone that's not worth it. And you may be getting prepared to connect with somebody else, but you're starting off slow as like friends with that Page of Pentacles. There could be someone that you're talking to right now. Okay, so two separate Virgo groups. Group one, you and another person were building something, but you started to notice all the flaws and all the cracks in the situation. You tried to offer suggestions for this person and you to work on things involving, you know, having to dismantle it and start over. This person may not be seeing what they're doing wrong and may be feeling like they're not needing to work on that, but might try to butter you up by offering you, you know, maybe some feel-good affirmations in order to win your heart over, but you're not buying it and you're choosing new love, okay? And group B, Virgos, you've already broken free from a relationship that brought you a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain, and this person's viewing you as acknowledging it to this person that you really experienced some lows in your love life, and that you're not someone that tolerates low effort or inconsistent behavior. You're letting someone know upfront right away that that is your ick, that is your deal breaker. You're letting someone know early on, this is what I don't tolerate, this is what I don't appreciate. If you can't, you know, support that, then we don't need to waste our times. You're being very assertive, but in a very soft, gentle way, if that makes sense. Like you're getting your thoughts out to somebody without coming in hard and like rough around the edges. You're doing it in a very like delicate way to let them know that you're just wanting to be happy. You're just wanting to be happy, and you're not going to allow someone to keep you up late at night stressing and making yourself sick. Because I am getting somebody was making you feel sick, and you were just racking your brain trying to make sense of everything to the point where you're like, this isn't even my issue. What am I doing here? This is not going to work out. I'm cutting this person out. I'm blocking them. Okay? Clarify again Virgo's energy. Why the Ace of Cups? The Ace of Cups with the Lovers, the Fool, and the King of Cups is showing me that you are on the right path to having a relationship that really supports you, that really makes you feel like you're seen and appreciated. Someone that is in alignment with you and your values and your beliefs. Because when you're with someone that's in alignment with you, everything just seems to piece together nicely. And the biggest issues are usually external factors and not the actual relationship itself. That's what happens when you're connecting with someone that comes in with the King of Cups and the Lovers card. Clarify that Tower. Clarify that Tower. Yeah, you got two different people showing up in this reading today. Eight of Cups and the High Priestess. So I feel like Virgo, you're being very clear this week to the person that you're still dealing with, if they are still in your life, that you're not playing any games. If someone's not willing to work together with you, where you guys can build your relationship off of something more stronger and sturdy, you're not going to put your energy into it at all. It's like, if you're not going to do anything, I'm not going to do anything either. And you're attracting someone into your life who's going to meet those needs because you know your self-worth and you take yourself very seriously. For others, you've got somebody here that you're already in that early stages of building with, and they're viewing you as someone that had to go through a lot of releasing and purging of things that didn't serve you, and they see you as a very strong person. Running away from drama. I feel like, Virgo, something happened for you to really look at your own self and ask yourself, why did I think that this person would be a good opportunity for me? Especially if you notice some things about the person early on that just didn't register as something that you may want for yourself. And I feel like you're learning around it. But I do feel like you have this other person showing up in this reading that wants to love you unconditionally. Tell me more about this person. We have the Death card. and the Five of Cups. They did the same thing. Whoever this person is that's attached to the Lover's card, they did the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing. It's like you are who you attract. So you might be attracting someone into your life, Virgo, that is going to have like a similar backstory as you, a similar theme as you, and a similar success story as you. And it's going to be something that you both will see as what you might have needed to go through in order to find each other. The Four of Wands shows up when we're aligning with the right people who we can really build a life with. A life that is built off of fun, support, and just feeling appreciated. When we're around people that really stress us out, that make us constantly have to fight for what we deserve, even like the bare minimum, it really takes its toll on us. And I feel like I have a Virgo that's like, not anymore. No, thank you. If you consistently bring me stress and anxiety, or I have to jump through hoops to get what I want, or have a lot of mental gymnastics in regards to our relationship, I'm not living like that. 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 So Virgo, you made a promise to yourself. You made a promise to yourself that if it doesn't feel supportive, if it doesn't fill up your cup the way that you fill up your own, you don't want to waste any more of your time. And I feel like the universe has heard you and has brought you a lot of you Virgos this person, but if you're still in the relationship that's bringing you down, that's making you feel like someone doesn't care whether you are crying or happy, you're icing it. You're cutting it out for good. You're saying sayonara. Sayonara. And, oh, dang. I like it. Virgo. Some of you, this already happened a year ago, and you're having a glow up. I feel like I'm reading for a Virgo that may have been dealing with a lot of this stress like maybe a couple years ago, and you may have decided to put yourself first and stay single for a little bit and work on a lot about yourself. Work on why maybe you attracted those types of people into your life that don't appreciate you, value you. Maybe you were realizing you weren't valuing yourself as much as you should. You weren't being your biggest cheerleader, and you spent some time really doing that, doing the work, and now you're like, I know what I want, I know what I deserve, and if I have to stay single forever to find it, I would rather stay single than to be with the wrong person who's uncomfortable with me. I like it. So some of you Virgos, you're having a glow up where you're going to meet someone who's going to appreciate you, and it's because you're showing the universe you would rather be solo than to be with someone that doesn't respect you, and it's bringing you in the right person, like marrying your twin. So I hope this made sense. I hope it helps, but it feels good. Some of your Virgo sisters and brothers are still in that stressful situation, needing guidance on how to get out and whether it's going to lead to a shining light. And it looks like the Virgos that already pulled themselves out of that and found a happier space could really like be some encouragement. All right, let's get the hidden message. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, Virgo, I have Virgo here. Strong Virgo. Could be a fellow Virgo that you're dealing with. I got Gemini. Gemini again. Scorpio. Pisces. Oh, no. Aries. Pisces and Scorpio again. All right, let's get the hidden message for Virgo. Letting you down was the worst decision I made. You might have someone that's finally like looking at themselves in the mirror and thinking, oh shoot, what did I do? Virgo is not playing. I worry that you've moved on and this is all in my head. Is it? Do you still think about me? I still feel connected to you, but I've waited too long to reach out. Is it too late for us? I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. All right, Virgo, I hope that helped. You got a lot of great things coming towards you. I'm proud of you. On to Libra. Hi, Libra. Birth speed break. Oh, wait, that one's all done. All right, Libra. What do we have for Libra? All right, Libra. Who's heading towards Libra this week? What can Libra expect? How will this person feel about Libra for the next 7 days? How does this person view Libra at this time? Their behavior and actions towards Libra? And what's the overall influence to Libra's connection this week? Libra, what do we have for Libra? What do we have for Libra? 2 more shuffles for Libra. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my lovely Libras. All right, see a person's feelings for you this week, Libra. We have the Empress. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Their view of you, the Knight of Pentacles. Their behavior and actions towards you, the Knight of Wands. Your feelings towards this person, the Seven of Wands. And the overall energy for your relationship this week, the Tower. Influenced by the Fool and the Hermit. Libra, you've got someone that is trying to pursue you around this time frame. But you're not making it easy for them for some reason. Whether this is someone brand new or someone that you already have some sort of history with, you're not making it as easy for them to get close to you this week. You're putting up a lot of blockages, whether you're telling them you're busy at work or you've got a lot going on right now and can't really talk much, or, you know, you're just coming in, throwing some logs at this person's path so that way it slows down their vehicle. Something's definitely going on. I mean, this person adores you. Why the Empress for how this person feels about Libra? Why the Empress for how this person feels about Libra? The Queen of Swords. This person, even though they're acknowledging that they adore you, they feel like you may be giving them the cold shoulder with that Queen of Swords. Again, whether this is someone that you're newly trying to date or someone that's been in your life, they feel like you're being kind of closed off with them. And just wanting to stay to yourself, be more independent this week, do your own thing. I think I got that off of Taurus's reading. Could be dealing with Taurus. All right, let's see why, and then I'm going to cycle back to their feelings for you again. Let's find out why you're feeling this way, Libra. You look like you have a bone to pick here with somebody. Why the Seven of Wands for how Libra feels? The Sun. You feel like you're gaining a lot of clarity to a situation involving you and this person, Libra. And this clarity is opening your eyes to what you may need to do next. I do have the Two of Cups on the bottom, indicating that you do care about this person. Maybe you're doing this in order to see how much they care about you. Maybe they haven't really been obvious about their love for you or their likeness for you, and you're just trying to see if they're willing to work a little extra harder to get closer to you, or if they will turn around at the first sight of discomfort or something not working in their way and just give up. Like if someone wants to reach a specific destination and there's a roadblock, someone will get out of that car and try their best to see if they can handle those blockages themselves before just being like, all right, I'm going to bust the Yui. Never mind. I guess this wasn't meant for me, and then turn back around. But if you really want to get to that destination, you will see these roadblocks as opportunities to, you know, prove something. Not saying that we have to do that, but that's just what's coming through in the reading itself. within reason. If someone's being like, hey, I don't want to talk to you, I'm not interested in you, please back off. Respect it. Respect that boundary. But if someone is being, you know, hot and cold, I would try a little bit harder to see what's causing someone to be so cold after being so hot. A country singer says it best. One moment you're whiskey hot, and next minute you're beer cold. When I heard that, I was like, yeah, girl. Anyway, just something I heard. 2 of Cups. All right, let me get back to this person's feelings for you. Please dive into this person's feelings for Libra some more. The Strength card, major for Leo. And when you look at the Strength card, it's got that Empress right here, which was the original feeling. Taurus was first. I did Taurus first because it's your birthday season. So Libra, this person feels like they've got to show their stronger side around this time frame because they feel like you are. Someone here might have a lot of Leo in their chart. A lot of Leo. But I feel like it's leading someone towards a breakthrough, believe it or not. These blockages that you're putting up for this person, Libra, it's like you're still leaving little breadcrumbs leading to, you know, what is really going on. So that way it's a segue to a very important conversation. I hope I made sense with that. It feels like I have a Libra, and you guys are smart. Air signs are very smart. Well, every zodiac sign is smart, but air signs have a little special something when it comes to their strategy. Their, you know, and it feels like you're leaving little breadcrumbs of obstacles in this person's way as a segue to a conversation you really want to have with this person. You're like, yeah, this will get them. This will get them to have this conversation with me. And then I see the Hierophant. Some of you Librans are trying to create this segue to a conversation of, are we going to get married? Are we going to be exclusive? Are you still dating other people? Are you just talking to me? You know, is this going to be higher level? So I feel like I have a Libra that's trying their best to like make things a little bit more difficult for this person to have access to you because you're wanting to see where this relationship is going, and until you see where it's going, you're denying access in case this is going to be a waste of your time. Can't say I blame you, you know. Can't say I blame you. That's pretty smart. Yeah, look at that. It's influenced by the Magician, which is ruled by Mercury. You got Mercury helping you out with this plan, Libra. Look at where Mercury sits in your natal chart. If it sits in Gemini or Virgo, yeah, you're definitely utilizing that superpower, okay? Because Mercury is the planet that governs our thoughts, our, you know, way of processing things and verbalizing and nonverbal cues as well, in order to get you to that commitment that you want. I remember watching a Lifetime movie. I think it was called Murder in the Hamptons. Not the outcome that I want for you guys, but the beginning showed me Poppy Montgomery really wanting to get a marriage proposal from her person. So she instigated an argument and gave her an excuse to go quiet on him for a few weeks. And she's like, I'm not going to be just your girlfriend. I'm ready to be a wife. So if you're not ready for that, then we have nothing to say here. And he came in with this beautiful wedding engagement ring. You know, the outcome, that's a different story. If you've seen that movie, you know. But it definitely tells me that there's some sort of method to your madness, Libra. You're trying to see how much this person cares about you. You're being seen as the Knight of Pentacles. You're being seen as someone slowing down your role to see if it speeds up theirs. And with their behavior towards you this week being the Knight of Wands, something speeds them up. However, it's a Knight of Wands though. The Knight of Wands rarely comes in with an engagement ring or, hey, I want you and only you. So let's clarify that in a moment. That could be why you're doing this. You're wanting to see if this person just wants to, you know, have you fiddle their wand, or if this is someone that wants to build a life with you. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles for how they view Libra. The World card. They're viewing you as being like, all right, we either reach a new milestone in our relationship or I close this chapter and you are someone I used to know, is what this person's viewing you as. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting here. Yeah, look at that. The Nine of Wands is on the bottom. You're like, I'm dropping this ladder down. If you're going to look at that ladder and think, oh, that's too much work, I'm out of here, then good, I just dodged a bullet. But if you're willing to climb up that ladder to get up to me, so that way we can have higher, knowledge about where this relationship is going, then I will release my guard and lower down my wall that I have put up for you. Clarify that Knight of Wands for this person's behavior with Libra. Maybe that's why you're doing it. Maybe because they've been showing up as a Knight of Wands to you, that you feel like you have to do this. Because the Knight of Wands shows up in behavior position when someone's taking a relationship more casually. Putting the label, oh, we're just friends, but we bump uglies on the weekend? No. Or they labeled it as, I'm just not looking for anything serious right now. I like what we got right now. Can we just keep it casual? Or someone that will throw out the, I'm still trying to figure myself out, blah, 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 but I still want to have access to everything you have to offer me as far as wife duties or husband duties. It's like, no. I feel like I have a Libra here that's like, no, none of that. Why the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy, and the Three of Cups? This is someone that's trying to be more emotionally expressive with you around this time frame because they are sensing you're about to cut this relationship out if it doesn't evolve. And you're going to take this painful experience and channel it into your power. Take this painful experience and, alchemize it into a strength of yours. Taking that pain into a gain. As this woman in this art depiction, she got stabbed in the back so many freaking times, and instead of letting those scars haunt her, she's having them traced as a tattoo to signify what she's been through and what she still lived through. Anything else for Libra in this person? You're going to have a talk. The talk. Especially with that Queen of Swords here. And I just saw the Ace of Swords. Don't break. Libra, you are manifesting a conversation with this person. You're over here like, all right, let's get down to the wire. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Where is this relationship going? Because I have plans for myself. And if there's roadblocks in the way that are not this person's fault or your fault, whether it's long distance, whether it's someone's demanding job hours, maybe someone's boss is being a jerk, it's something that you guys can talk about and come to some sort of compromise is what it feels like, because you both like each other a lot. So let's get the hidden message. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, Libra, I have Scorpio, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Libra, Leo twice, fixed energy again, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, but it could be any zodiac sign, okay? Let's get the hidden message. Please rock that like and subscribe button if you're a girl. If you haven't already, I greatly appreciate it. You were in my home and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. Yeah, pretty much what I get. Libra's trying to protect themselves. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? I'm trying to move on, but thoughts of you still linger and I can't control them. Every time I read this friggin' card, the song by Cranberries pops up in my head. The song called Linger. So there could be a message in that song if you guys have Spotify nearby or just YouTube it. Cranberries, the song is called Linger. Every time I see this card, I think of that song. And the lyrics, I feel like, will kind of match this situation for some of you. All right, so I hope that helps. Can't believe the singer died a few years ago. She was so young, too. Anyways, I wonder if she was a Libra. All right, on to Scorpio. Oh, wait, I got to clean up my mess. Yeah, I wonder what her zodiac sign was. I don't remember her name, though. You have to let it linger. do, 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 do. I was wrong. Okay. All right, Scorpionators, it's up for you. Let's see what's going on with you guys this week. What do we have for the Scorpionators? Who's heading towards Scorpio this week? What's their story together? How does this person feel about Scorpio? And how will Scorpio feel about this person this week? And also, what's this person's view of Scorpio at this time for the week ahead? The overall influence to Scorpio's love life. Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpio. Five of Pentacles wanted to hop out. All right, there could be something going on that's creating a huge challenge for somebody here. We'll see if that card comes back out. Could be an earth sign that you're dealing with. Scorpio. 2 more shuffles for Scorpio. 1, 2. Let's rock this deck for my beautiful Scorpios. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week. We have the 7 of Wands. Are you dealing for Libra? That's what came up for Libra's feelings. Don't worry about it. You could be a cusper or have Libra in your chart. This person's view of you this week, the 8 of Swords. Their behavior and actions towards you this week, the 4 of Pentacles. And your feelings towards this person, the 4 of Wands. I see repeated 4s coming through. 4s oftentimes talk about discipline in a situation, stability, whether it's stable or unstable. We'll see. And the overall energy influencing this is the Empress, Taurus and Libra energy. Influencing that is the 10 of Pentacles and Justice, Libra energy again, but also Capricorn. And then I see the Star and the Knight of Wands. Scorpio, somebody is coming through this reading feeling like they've got no certainty on where the relationship is going. And they're trying to control, how they're affected going forward, if that's the case. In the hopes that maybe it will lead to you guys, clearing some things up if you guys have been beating around the bush in some regard about where the relationship is headed. They're viewing you as being confused about what they're up to and what is happening, in the hopes that it would lead to you being like, hey, what's going on? Because with their feelings for you being the 7 of Wands, it looks like they're purposely putting up some roadblocks to see what's going to happen next between the two of you. That's very similar to Libra's reading. So let me just clarify 7 of Wands. Now, you don't have to be dealing with a Libra. When a certain zodiac sign repeatedly shows up in a reading, it doesn't mean that you're dealing with the actual zodiac sign. What it talks about is the energy that surrounds that zodiac sign is needing to be addressed or is being highlighted. For example, if you're not dealing with a Libra and a lot of Libra energy comes into your reading, Libra is the sign of justice. It's the sign of balance. Libra rules the 7th house of relationships. Libra is also about avoiding conflict, having peace, not wanting to have any drama. But sometimes when Libran energy is not in its strongest place and it's in its shadow, a Libra can be indecisive, a Libra could be passive aggressive, a Libra can be very indirect with their communication, leaving a lot of confusion, okay, and something not being fair. Just to let you know, if you hear me repeatedly say a specific zodiac sign, that could be why. If a lot of Scorpio energy comes in a reading, that's telling me that someone's going through a huge transformation that might be very uncomfortable, where they're going to pull themselves from the ashes, needing to really get into their emotions, okay? But anyways, back to this person's feelings for you. I got the 7 of Wands. Why the 7 of Wands for how this person feels about Libra? The Knight of Cups and the Tower, Scorpio energy. This person feels like something needs to change, and it needs to change stat. Okay, like ASAP, yesterday sort of thing. For some of you Scorpios, this person may feel like there's a lot of external factors that keep on pulling you guys away from each other, and this person is wanting to see if that's enough for you to run off. If, you know, some obstacles is enough for you to be like, all right, never mind, fun is over, done, later. Or if you're gonna look at the situation and think, okay, our relationship has some problems, we got some challenges here, what can we do to resolve them and work through them? Okay, that's a testament if someone cares about you or not, or just sees you as a booty, you know? So around this time frame, Scorpio, this person is really trying to see if you love them or not, or if this is someone that you were just wanting to get their attention from. I get this Judgment card on the bottom and the Strength card. Leo and Scorpio energy. Could be a Leo that you're dealing with. It's telling me that somebody's trying to find their source of strength right now to deal with a situation that's kind of complicated. So that way they can still like maintain some sort of stability in their life. And that could be why someone's coming in with the Four of Pentacles behavior. Like someone's very exhausted about how everything has been unfolding, but is still kind of holding on in regards to the relationship as a sign of hope that something's going to change. Hoping something's going to change. So let's clarify your feelings. You got the Four of Wands. Why the Four of Wands for how Scorpio feels about this person? The Nine of Pentacles. You feel like you're dealing with someone that's very independent, someone very resourceful, someone that is very intelligent, someone that doesn't need to have someone in their life, but if it's the right person, will make space for that person. But if they feel that the person is not making space for them, they will be happily single. So Scorpio, whoever you're dealing with, they will be happily single if they're not getting their needs met. If they're feeling like someone's just a waste of time, or someone might be already tied into another situation. I do have the Justice card, the Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles as the overall influence. That could either be telling me, someone's wanting marriage or something more concrete, that this is going to last a very long time, Ten of Pentacles, or there's another marriage involved. And that's not for everybody. And if it's not a marriage, it could be another relationship. Will you stop growling? I'll feed you in a little bit. So, Scorpio, it feels like there's family involved for somebody. Feels like there's family involved, or someone put a lot of life into something that they've been building and might have to sacrifice some things in order to make space for something else. But I'm strongly getting that someone wants to be treated fair. Someone doesn't want to be seen as an option or a convenience factor for somebody. It's like someone feels like they're not getting their needs met because it would be an inconvenience, but being there is a convenience for another. I hope I made sense with that. They're viewing you as the Eight of Swords right now. They are viewing you as maybe telling them that your hands are tied in a situation that you can't really offer much right now, whether it's because of work, kids, life getting in the way, but they're viewing it as excuses. Dolores from Cranberries passed on January 15th, 2028. I think that might be a typo. Thank you for posting that, but I think 2028 may not be correct. Eight of Swords. So Scorpio, this person is viewing you as like keeping things stuck, essentially. Keeping things stuck. And when you look at the Eight of Swords, it's a mental prison. It's not an actual prison. It's not something that's actually keeping you chained and bound to something. Eight of Swords. Why the Eight of Swords? Why is this person viewing the Wheel of Fortune? For some of you Scorpios, this could be someone that you have karmic energy attached to, like there's a karmic lesson attached to the two of you. The Wheel of Fortune comes in when we are going through a karmic lesson that's supposed to help us evolve and get out of situations that are not really benefiting us anymore, or situations we've outgrown. The Wheel of Fortune talks about reaching a turning point. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that, girl. It talks about a turning point. It's as if the universe is looking at a Scorpio thinking, you're stuck right now. You got to get unstuck. But in order to get unstuck, you have to get uncomfortable. But maybe someone's scared to get uncomfortable. but not realizing that that discomfort is temporary in regards to the future comfort that being uncomfortable temporarily is going to create. And I don't know what that's talking about. I feel like a lot of you guys will know what's going on. The Sun, Leo energy, you're being seen as someone that is, you know, a happy person, someone that brings a lot of life to the people in your life. You are a happy-go-lucky person, but behind that smile, you might be, you know, dealing with a lot of worry and anxieties, and you're just trying to figure out what to do here, but you don't want to make a mistake. And then I get the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. You're being seen as a very lovable person. Someone that loves too much maybe, and you give your love to people who don't deserve it instead of like choosing yourself. So the Four of Pentacles is this person's behavior. Why the Four of Pentacles? And I saw someone's comment saying that I give too much advice. Would you rather me just pull cards like a monkey and not give you any guidance on how to get out of the situation that you're stuck in? I'm sorry. I like to give advice on my channel. I like to help you guys get out of the situation instead of repeat it constantly. So if you would rather me pull cards and just tell you constantly how your person feels about you and not give you any tools to help you get further, then I'm not the reader for you. I'm not going to change how I read to accommodate that. Okay, so why the Four of Pentacles? Too many times I see readers just pulling cards and not giving anyone advice on how to get out of that uncomfortable situation. Why the Four of Pentacles? Why the Four of Pentacles? The Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands to the Four of Pentacles, that's telling me that you got someone, Scorpio, that is trying to get creative with how to create some sort of stability in their life, even if being creative is possibly going to be a big risk. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. It's like someone's feeling like because someone else is feeling stuck, that in return it makes them stuck. So someone's trying to think creatively on how to, you know, get themselves unstuck that might create a domino effect for the other person to get unstuck too. I hope that made sense. And then I got the Ten of Cups. Scorpio, you've got someone that cares about you deeply, and they feel like doing this might actually be showing you that they love you more than hating you or, you know, not caring for you. Kind of like that tough love energy. It's like this person's making a sacrifice and they're hoping that this sacrifice will bring a gain versus a loss. But even if they lose, then they're going to be like, all right, it wasn't meant to be. Clarify the Justice card, the Empress, and the Ten of Pentacles. Someone here is wanting something higher level. And someone's willing to do whatever it takes to protect that goal, that dream. Even if they had to get a little strategic with that Knight of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. Scorpio, you got a lot of people that love the heck out of you. Not just this person, but it feels like you have a lot of people in your corner that want to see you happy. But you might feel at times uncomfortable with putting yourself first at times, thinking that it's going to make everyone hate you. Anyone that hates you for putting yourself first never liked you in the first place. They only had you around because you were a convenience for them. You know, like if you feel like you have to keep on, you know, like sacrificing your needs to make other people happy, and then by making yourself happy, it makes them upset. They were just there for all of the stuff you did for them, not because they cared about you. The true people in your corner are going to want you happy, So I hope this made sense, but I am getting someone trying to release a lot of pain and, you know, worry, even if they have to get a little uncomfortable to get to that comfortable level. Okay, so let's get the hidden message. For zodiac signs that came through that reading, Scorpio, I have your energy, so you could definitely be dealing with a fellow Scorpio. That's got to be interesting. Scorpios together. Wow. You could be dealing with a Leo, an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Pisces, a Libra. I already said Taurus. I saw Gemini earlier. The Gemini must have been put back in the deck somewhere. Maybe that's a sign. Just don't worry about the zodiac signs. Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. My heart always comes back to you even when I don't want it to. I couldn't go against my family to be with you. Someone here may have been dealing with someone married or with kids or already a whole family created, and that would definitely be a roadblock for somebody. Take that however it resonates. Don't force it. If you're not someone that would date someone married, then that's not you. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. All right, I hope that helps, Scorpio. Do check out your May monthly I did for you. It's in my May playlist, all right? On to Sagittarius. I read a comment the other day on a Sagittarius reading where someone felt triggered because I put 2 G's when Sagittarius on the long form only has 1 G. It's only because it's shorter. Unless I could just put Sag going forward. I just thought it was a cute little nickname. But anywho, let's take a look at who's coming towards you this week. All right, who's heading towards Sagittarius? 2 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Repeated 2. Someone's weighing out a decision. Let's see if that comes back out. Sagittarius. Who's coming towards Sagittarius this week? Who's coming towards Sagittarius? And how do they feel about Sagittarius, please? Two more shuffles for Sagittarius. 1 and 2. Let's rock this deck for my awesome Saggies. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week. We have the 5 of Pentacles, their view of you, the 4 of Cups, their behavior and actions towards you, the 3 of Cups, your feelings towards them, the 5 of Swords, and the overall energy is the 2 of Wands, influenced by the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. Some of you Sagittarians may have had a fallout with someone recently, and it's kind of put a huge damper in your plans together. This person's trying to figure out a way to come towards you and bring some more playfulness back to the relationship, but they are feeling like you guys kind of pulled away from supporting this relationship right now. And you both come in with 5s as your feelings. 5s talk about challenging times, it talks about chaos, it talks about conflict, but 5 and 5 is 10. 10s are completions. Completions lead to new beginnings. So it's showing me that it's not the end all, that you guys can come back from this, especially since it's minor arcanas and not major arcanas. Major arcanas come in and they can bring in more heat than a minor arcana does. You know, 5 of Swords could just be like arguing about where you guys are going on for your next vacation and just feeling kind of butthurt about it with each other. But you guys come back from it, you know? Let's just see. I'm going to start with this person's feelings for you. We got the 5 of Pentacles. They're feeling like you're leaving them out on the cold. Like you're not as responsive. You may have like stopped returning their phone calls or stopped cuddling with them if you guys live together. Why the 5 of Pentacles? The 6 of Pentacles. They feel like you're not being as generous this week, that you're not being as giving to them this week. You pulled back your resources and you're pouring it back into you. It's definitely telling me that you and this person this week have reached some sort of roadblock in your relationship, and it's guiding you both to figuring out what can you do to combat from this and to avoid it happening again. Clarify the 5 of Swords for Sagittarius' feelings. You may feel like this person gets really hurtful with their words when they're not getting their way. Like, when you feel someone is the 5 of Swords, that's the energy of feeling like someone will go to the jugular just to win an argument. Will do anything to get the final word. It's just, it's seeing someone in a way that seems very, like very shocking. It's like, whoa, I've never seen that side of you. Why the 5 of Swords for how Sagittarius feels about this person? The Queen of Wands, that's you. The Queen of Wands as your feelings, clarifying the Five of Swords, tells me that it's not disrupting you on a daily basis, what's going on with you and this person, but you would like to figure it out so that way you guys can get past this, but you're still showing up as you, the Queen of Wands, which I love. That tells me that you do a good job at not letting your personal life interfere with what you're doing for your professional life and the friends that you keep and the opportunities that you're trying to give to. You keep it isolated to one thing and don't let it cascade into effing up everything else. I like that. I like that, Sagittarius. Two of Swords, Chariot. You are trying to figure out what to do to move forward with this, whether it's to agree to disagree on things, Two of Swords, because you're feeling like something is at a stalemate right now, or just to ignore the relationship altogether and just move forward on your own with that Chariot. You're just trying to figure out what to do here. Some of you guys are like, I don't tolerate people talking to me like that. I'm just moving forward. Forget trying to solve something. But another part of you is like, but wait a minute. With them viewing you as the Four of Cups, they're viewing you as not feeling emotionally satisfied with the relationship right now, where you're kind of like distancing yourself right now just so it helps you to avoid saying something that you may later regret saying to this person. The Four of Cups is someone that, you know, feels unfulfilled emotionally and emotionally disassociates from the situation, so that way you can ground your energy and feel calm again, and then go back to the conversation when you're more clear-headed and not as emotionally charged up. That's what I'm getting. And that's the most peaceful, civil way of handling a conflict with the Six of Swords energy. I like it. I feel like a lot of people would benefit greatly if they were to do the exact same thing, Sagittarius. Kudos. Clarify the Four of Cups. Clarify the Four of Cups. Sometimes I do see the Four of Cups as someone pouting, but it depends on the surrounding energy, the context of the spread, or the reason behind someone being that way, okay? Why the Four of Cups? The Hermit. Yeah, look at that. Totally confirmed everything that I just said. You're being seen as not trying to ignore them on purpose. You're being quiet because you're just trying to figure out whether this relationship is worth it or not, enough to try to resolve what's going on with the two of you, or if it's best that you just stay alone, or you're just trying to understand why it happened in the first place so you can learn to avoid it in the future. You're trying to make sense of everything. So I don't feel like you're trying to ignore this person just to get back at them for some of the things that they may have said. You're just trying to take the more, you know, mature approach to understanding where they're coming from, so you can put yourself in their shoes to see why they felt the way that they did, why they said what they did, and see if it's something that you can work through. You know, I'll be driving on the highway and these jerky drivers would cut me off or purposely slam on their brakes, and I'm just doing the speed limit and mind my own business, and I'm thinking to myself, are they having a bad day? Did their boss fire them? Are they feeling like they've got no control in their life right now, to where the only time that they feel some sort of control is when they're in their vehicle, behind their wheel, incognito mode, and being able to control other people's speeds? I said this recently. I think it was on the All Signs reading the week before. And it's like, you've got such strong emotional intelligence, Sagittarius, that you are able to pull back and step outside of the situation, look at it from an outside perspective, a bystander perspective, to see what's going on and see if this is something that you can work with, or if someone's just being a jerk. That sort of thing. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, looking over your options. So their behavior towards you this week is the Three of Cups. They're wanting to reconnect. They're wanting to hang out. They're wanting to see how you're doing. Why the Three of Cups? I just saw the Six of Cups. Could be a reunion. Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, someone offering to take you out for some coffee. Or if you live together, this is someone bringing home like maybe someone's favorite dinner just to ease the tension. Why the Three of Cups? The King of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress. So I feel like, Sagittarius, you've got someone that is thinking clearly throughout the week ahead, and they're coming towards you with a new perspective and to get back to having fun with you again. This is someone that is being, you know, straight with themselves. The King of Swords is someone that uses accountability, is someone that rationalizes things, looks outside of the box, and looks at, you know, the bigger picture. Something like that. I feel like someone's trying to bring more stability to this relationship and not allow you pulling back to figure things out as something that's going to trigger anger out of them. It's like they're looking at you pulling back as a sign that you're trying to save the relationship by not saying anything more and distancing yourself for a little bit, which in return leaves them doing the exact same thing because you're mirroring each other is what it looks like. It looks like it's a good outcome for the week ahead. Looks like it's a good outcome. The 2 of Wands with the 2 of Cups as the overall energy shows me you and this person are at a bit of a crossroads with your love life at the beginning of the week, but later towards the end, you both have access to your map, and your map tells you which way to go with the situation, and where you're going is with each other, 2 of Cups. The Empress. Anything else for Sagittarius? Anything else? I feel like the soul lesson this week is how to handle confrontation, how to handle, when things don't go our way and we're feeling triggered. All right, so that might be a karmic lesson for you and this person to go through and learn from. Something's teaching you something. The World card, the chapter is going to close, a new door is going to open up, whether together or apart. I feel like it's going to be together. That's reaching a new milestone, learning a new way of coping with something. All right, so let's get the hidden message for those of you who are not communicating with this person or the situation is very complicated. For zodiac signs that came through, I have Virgo energy, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. I have Cancerian energy, but it really could be any zodiac sign, okay? Please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl if you haven't already. Being away from you hurts like hell. I didn't realize it would be this difficult. So someone's not liking you pulling away, but they're understanding it, I guess. I still feel deeply connected to you, but I won't admit it. I have awakened to our connection. I know we have a timeless bond between us. I let my ego get in our way. I couldn't let go of my pride, but you saw through me. You know the truth about me. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's that 5 of Swords. Someone let their ego get the best of them to where once they started, acting up, it was double down time instead of thinking, oh crap, I just said something hurtful. I got to stop. It's one of those situations where I already said something painful. Now I'm going to double down because I don't want to admit I'm wrong. That's what I get off of that one. That's also the 6 of Wands in reverse, where ego's getting in the way and driving you into the dark abyss, but it's that pride before the fall thing. All right, hope that helps. On to my sea goats. On to my Cappies. All right, Capricorn. What up, Buttercup? What's going on with you and your person of interest for the next 7 days? Happy Mother's Day to the people that just showed up. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. All right, Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? What do we have for Capricorn for the week ahead, please? What do we have for Capricorn? Who's coming towards Capricorn, please? Who's coming towards Capricorn? 2 more shuffles for Capricorn. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful sea goats. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week, we have the 7 of Swords. Why do they feel that way about you, Capricorn? Their view of you, the 6 of Wands. Their behavior and actions towards you, the 3 of Cups. Your feelings towards this person, the 5 of Swords. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. And the overall energy for the 2 of you this week, the 4 of Pentacles, which is Sun and Capricorn energy. Influencing that is the 6 of Cups, Page of Wands. This person's not trusting that you've got their back anymore. They're viewing you as getting a lot of attention right now, whether at your workplace, around your friends, your family. They're viewing you as not being there for them anymore because you're busy succeeding in other areas. When really you're just trying to, you know, get stable in life, make some money, stack it away for your retirement. You're not trying to like purposely ignore this person or leave them out. You're working your butt off right now. Look how exhausted you look in this art depiction, but you got a goal. And when a Capricorn has a goal, a Capricorn is going to reach that goal if they, you know, try their best. All right. But right now, if someone feels like you don't need them anymore or want them anymore, or they're feeling like they can't trust that you've got, you know, intentions of growing with them. So let's see. Because this could be projection this week. Maybe someone's feeling kind of low about their own position in their career right now. They're feeling left out by their own friends and they see everything going fine with you. It might be making them feel some sort of way. We have the Lovers card. Now the Lovers card clarifying their feelings tells me that they love you, they adore you. And maybe they're getting a little bit threatened of all your successes, thinking that you're going to outgrow them. Take that however it resonates. Crosswatch if that doesn't sound like you, don't force it. But I feel like you may be having some arguments with this person around this time frame, Capricorn, in regards to, you know, what you're dealing with right now, what you're focusing your time and efforts on. Because to be seen as the Six of Wands shows me you're winning. You're winning in some area of your life. Whether you're posting your achievements on Facebook or like showing people, hey, I got a new car, I got this with my new promotion, blah, blah, blah. It's hitting someone else a little bit lower because they feel like you're outgrowing them. Why the Five of Swords for how Capricorn feels about this person? The Two of Pentacles, you're undecided of what to do here. Maybe this is something that you've only seen on small occasions, on like rare occasions where you feel like this person is going to come out of this and they're just having a rough couple of weeks. It's like you're viewing the bigger picture. It's like you know that your person is just going through it, is stressed out, and might say some hurtful things or do hurtful things out of reaction to it. Wow, everyone lately is becoming very like self-aware. I like it. The High Priestess and the Ten of Cups. So Capricorn, it's like you intuitively feel that you're on the right path to getting everything you want and then some, whether it's with this person or without. It's like on an intuitive level, you're like, I am going to get everything I want. Everything that's on my vision board, everything that I've been journaling, everything that I've been focusing my attention on, I'm going to get it all. And it looks like you're getting a lot of signs that are signaling that you are well on your way of getting everything that you're aiming for with that Six of Wands energy. Six of Wands is Jupiter and Leo. Jupiter is that planet that governs success, growth, and expansion. Some of you Capricorns are going through a growth spurt right now in your career, reaching a milestone, or maybe your social media and you're getting a lot of traction with your audience and you're just getting a lot of attention this week. You're doing really good. But other people's successes might intimidate people who are working really hard and doing the same amount of effort but not seeing the same results. Because it shows me this person holding a bunch of blueprints as if to say that they're focusing on their work, their job, and not getting the same results as you. The Emperor, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Some of you guys are getting a career opportunity. Clarify why they view Capricorn as the Six of Wands. Some of you, this person may feel like you're getting a lot of attention from romantic suitors. Like if you post a picture on Facebook, they're seeing a whole bunch of people say, wow, Cappy, you look great. You look great in that outfit. Why the Six of Wands? Eight of Pentacles. I knew it was work related. I just knew it. Capricorn, you're being seen as working your tail off to achieve a goal. And I feel like you've got many different goals. A goal of having a healthy, happy relationship with somebody. A goal of, being fit and staying, getting in shape at the gym. And career goals. You just have a whole plethora of different goals and it looks like you're making it look easy, but people don't realize all the sweat and tears you put into it. It's that iceberg theory I've mentioned to you before. I mentioned it to you before, Capricorn. It seems to always come up for you. Google the iceberg theory if you don't know what I'm talking about. Your successes look easy to somebody, but someone's not seeing how exhausted you are to get to that place. And now that you're finally getting the rewards and you're spending it on a new car or a new wardrobe, people are taking offense to that because they're not going through that just yet, but their turn will come up sooner or later. It's something like that. You're getting some good stuff. You climbed up a ladder. You climbed up a ladder, and then that card just hopped out of my hand to reveal the Magician. Some of you guys are seeing all your manifestations come into fruition around this time frame. Clarify the Three of Pentacles for this person's behavior and actions towards Capricorn. Eight of Cups. This person wants to celebrate your wins with you, but at the same time, they feel like they're losing you. Like they don't fit into your social circle anymore. They don't fit into the crowd of people that you've met at work. They don't feel like you are seeing them in your life years from now. It's like they're feeling like you've outgrown them. Whether you guys met in high school and then 15 years later, you are into different things, they're into different things. Someone feels like they're losing you and it's scaring them. Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Queen of Pentacles, that's Capricorn's court card. And this Capricorn has put a lot of their burdens in their past, financial burdens, relationship burdens. You've done a lot of the work. You've done a lot of the work and you're finally getting the rewards for it. And you're really wanting this person to support it and not be afraid of it. Tell me more about how Capricorn feels about this person. For some of you, this could be a coworker that's wanting the same success as you, but you're the one getting it. Oh, that makes things awkward. Like if you guys met at work and you're up for the same promotion and you end up getting it. Clarify Capricorn's feelings. The Hierophant. You want this person in your life for a very long time, Capricorn. You feel like you guys have a higher level relationship and you're wishing that this person would see that you see that. But they're allowing, 3D factors to interfere with what you guys feel for each other is what I'm getting. Clarify this person's feelings for Capricorn again. Nine of Swords. They're scared that they're going to lose you. So they might start to put up some roadblocks to see if you're willing to navigate through those roadblocks to fight for them. And this has been coming up repeatedly. It came up for Scorpio. It came up for Libra. So if you're dealing with any of those two zodiac signs, you might want to rewind to those videos or segments. It's showing me someone might start to put up some blockages to see if you're willing to fight for this or if that's going to be a good excuse to bow out and be like, all right, this is my cue. Like you were waiting on an opening to just peace out and just go off and start your own life somewhere. Tell me more about Capricorn. What is Capricorn's intentions with this person, please? What is Capricorn's intentions? The Strength card. You want to show them you support their goals too, but they also have to show that they're supportive over your wins too. You shouldn't have to diminish your gains to make someone else feel comfy if they're not going through a period of winning. We all win in different stages. We all win at different times, and it's really sucky when you're winning after working so hard and you can't even enjoy it because you've got to feel bad for the one that's not getting that at that time. It stinks. It happens very often, Capricorn, very often. When one person's getting the success, they have to they have to be quiet about it because someone else that they care about is not getting that same success. Even if you're trying to help them, they don't see it. They see it as like pity help. So I hope this helps. It feels like you're married to this person. And maybe you're the breadwinner and they're feeling some sort of way about it, or they keep on needing you for help. Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups. I feel like Capricorn, going forward, if you feel like you have to keep on lowering your successes and not being excited to share it with the world, you're going to start to make some tough decisions. You're going to have to make some tough decisions because the right person is going to celebrate your wins even if they feel like they're getting L's at this moment. They'll just know that, oh, it's not my time to shine. Let me have Capricorn have their moment. Yeah, it feels like you guys are married, or this is someone that you work with at the same time, dating at the workplace. Oof, very tricky to navigate through. Let's get your person's hidden message. For zodiac signs that came through, I have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I have Taurus again, a lot of Taurus. Gemini is here. Leo is here. Aries. But it really could be any zodiac sign for that matter. Let's get the hidden message. My heart always comes back to you even when I don't want it to. Can you let go of the past and forgive me again? Or there is no again. Hold on, rewind. Can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? That's where I saw the again. Sometimes my eyes scan it and see everything first, and then it pieces its own words. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. For some of you Capricorns, someone couldn't handle their growing feelings for you and kept you as a friend and nothing more. And the more that they see you getting successful, the more they feel like they missed their opportunity to come towards you. That you're out there meeting new people. Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? For some of you, you guys talked about being together, but you guys never actually got it off the ground, and now they feel like they've missed that boat because you're doing really well, and they're just feeling like they're not. Vice versa if you need to. All right, hope that helps. On to Aquarius. Hi Aquarius, what up? Let's see what's going on with you and your person for the next 7 days. Did you say Aqua Moose? Oh, okay, because your last name shows Moose. Okay, got ya. I thought it was like a new nickname for Aquarians. Hi B. What up you guys? Hey, better late than never, Nishani. Hope I said your name correctly. Hi Allison. All right, what do we have for Aquarius this week? What do we have for Aquarius this week? 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful aqua babies. All right, so your person's feelings for you this week, Aquarius, we have the Queen of Wands. Their view of you this week, we have the 2 of Swords. Their behavior and actions towards you this week, we have the Ace of Cups. And your feelings towards this person, the 10 of Pentacles. Overall energy is the 10 of Wands. Supporting that is the 9 of Swords, Page of Cups. Wow, this person finds you very good looking. They might at times wonder what you're doing with them. Not that they're not good looking too, but they feel like you're like really good looking. This feels like it could be the birth of something brand new, Ace of Cups. But with your feelings being the 10 of Pentacles, you may be feeling like this is not something brand new, something that you've been working towards for a while. Let me just see. Why is the Queen of Wands how this person feels about Aquarius? The King of Wands, dang. This person feels like you guys have great chemistry, that you both are good-looking people, that you both are very passionate, you both take charge of life, you guys go after what you want, and that's a really good combination. The King and Queen of Wands, are you kidding me? I bet you guys have a lot of fun together if you know what I'm talking about. Page of Swords. Jeez. Not going to be boring with the 2 of you. All right, let's clarify how you feel, and then I'm going to go back to their feelings. Why does Aquarius feel the 10 of Pentacles? Some of you guys, if you did recently just meet, you both are really amped up and like having a lot of fun with each other. Three of Pentacles. You want to build with this person, Aquarius. You really like what you see. You really feel like you and this person could really have something solid, something that could go very far, could really go the distance to the point where you grow old with this person. And it's very rare for an Aquarian to feel that way. Aquarians aren't the type of people that fall in love really quickly. Your mileage may vary, but based off of what I've seen. So definitely take it how it resonates. Aquarians really have a different way of, you know, processing their emotions and viewing people that could be lifelong partners. You guys have a different way of judging it. Give me another card on how this person feels about Aquarius. The Justice card, Libra energy. And I got the Nine of Wands, and then I see the King of Pentacles right underneath that. They feel like they want to be fair with you. They feel like they want to be honest. It's like they feel like you are the type of person that if they screw up, they won't get a second chance. So they feel like they need to do it right the first time. You might be someone quite intimidating to them, but not in a way where they're like, ooh, I don't want to pursue that. Ah, shoot, don't break. But they might view you in a way where it's like, oh, Aquarius is not the one that will give second chances, third chances, fourth chances. Maybe second chances depending on how long you guys have been together. But if it's in the early stages of developing the relationship, Aquarians are not known for giving another chance. It's like, screw up, that's it. Unless you've been with that person for a few years and the screw-ups are like far in between, is what I'm getting off of this. But this person feels like they need to be honest with you and be straightforward. They may be viewing you as not being really sure of what the future holds with this person, at least in their perspective, even though I see that you do see a future. In their perspective, they might be viewing you as being very indecisive about what the next step should be. Clarify that Two of Swords. That's Moon and Libra energy. Why the Two of Swords, please? Why the Two of Swords for how they're viewing Aquarius? Why the Two of Swords? The Knight of Pentacles. They're viewing you as someone that moves at a slower rate than other people that they've dated when it comes to what you're building. And with you being a fixed sign, that totally tracks. Fixed signs do normally take a little bit to get to a decision, because once a fixed sign makes that decision, they don't change their mind. They don't change their mind. Once a fixed sign says, I don't want to talk to you anymore, believe them. Once they say, I love you, believe them. When they say, I'm done with this relationship, believe them. I want to move forward, believe them. Because fixed signs take forever to come to that realization. And when they do, it's because they now know it's a consistent emotion that they're picking up on. So you're just trying to figure it out with this person. You're just trying to figure it out. Knight of Wands, while also having some fun. I just saw that Knight of Wands in the corner of my eye. I'm like, Aquarius is going to move kind of slow, but still have fun for all the other stuff. Clarify that this person's behavior towards Aquarius. Why the Ace of Cups? Aw, Aquarius, they like you a lot. They don't want to screw up. Why the Ace of Cups for their behavior and actions towards Aquarius? The Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Their behavior shows me that they're trying to think on what to not do to irritate you and what to do to make you happy. Because the default emotion for their behavior is the Ace of Cups, which is telling me that they want romance. They want a new beginning. They want to be with you. They've fallen for you, or they're falling in love with you as we speak. And they're trying to think through what could make you run away. And they're trying to avoid doing it. It's like they're thinking, all right, what could I do to really irritate Aquarius so I don't do it? Because I don't want to run them off. Clarify more about this person's behavior towards Aquarius. For some of you, you guys recently resolved something and you made sure to let them know this is the only chance I'm going to give. So maybe there could have been something that happened for some of you. I feel like that's for like 1% of you. Because a lot of you, I don't feel like this person has hurt you or wants to. Why the Ace of Cups again as their behavior with Aquarius? The High Priestess. The High Priestess as behavior, that's seeking out spiritual guidance. That's trusting the process. It's using one's intuition, not letting fear get in the way, just going with the flow. Clarify that 10 of Wands. Why is the 10 of Wands here? 10 of Wands shows up when it's going to take a lot of work, but if both parties put in the work, this could go the distance. When it starts to fail is when someone gave up and the other person kept trying. Why the 10 of Wands? The Knight of Swords and the 8 of Wands. So this is someone trying to be strategic on how to move forward. And I usually get like, I don't know, I usually don't get positive vibes off of this Knight of Swords, but for some reason, looking at the surrounding energy, I'm not getting negative vibes. I just feel like someone's just trying to, you know, cover all their paths that they could take to see which path is going to be the least problematic. Okay? Anything else for Aquarius? Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Aquarius, I would definitely be patient with you and this person because it looks like you guys have great potential. I do feel like you and this person have great potential, and a lot of it is because this person is taking accountability for what they could end up doing that could cost them a relationship with you and trying not to do it. It's someone that is like, all right, you know what? I feel like I need to be careful here, and just at first I didn't like that because that's telling me that someone's trying too hard to not screw up, which tells me that maybe they're not being authentic. But the deeper I get into the situation, I just feel like someone values the situation so much that they're just trying a little extra harder to not mess up. But it feels like someone is being authentic about it. Okay, so let's get the hidden message. For zodiac signs, I got Libra here. I have Leo. I have Pisces. I have Virgo. But it could be any zodiac sign. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I want a new beginning. For some of you Aquarians, someone is trying to get a second chance with you. And you're just trying to be patient with how you respond to it because it's very rare for you to give those out. You want to be treated fair. I'm working on myself so I can give you the love and relationship you deserve. For some of you Aquarians, the only way you will give a second chance is if you know, oh, wait a minute, it's backwards. You can't read that. The only way you would give someone a second chance is if you can actually see it and feel it, that they're working to be better. That's the only way you'll give a second chance. You're not going to give a second chance for someone that maybe took 5 minutes to think about what they did and, I'll be better. No, you want to see active work to be better. I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? So some of you, I feel like you may have had conflict, and this person is trying to give you space to figure out what you want to do with the relationship. All right, so I hope that helps. I just posted your May monthly 2 days ago. It's in my playlist if you haven't checked it out yet. Go for it if you want. On to Pisces. All right, so where's my fishies? Let's take a look. All right, what do we have for Pisces this week? Pisces. Who's coming towards Pisces? Whoa, jeez. That card just toppled out of my hands like it really wanted my attention, Pisces. I'm feeling like I'm tapping into a Pisces that is finally feeling like all the pain and all the obstacles are now in your past, and you're feeling like things are starting to look up for you. This card came through your reading like so many times in the last few months. It didn't show up last week, I don't think, but it was like playing a main character role in your life lately, Pisces. And Taurus come in to really help us. Pisces, 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful water fishies. All right, you got a couple more jumpers. The King of Pentacles and the Death card came out. Some of you Pisces may have felt like you needed to start with your own foundation before focusing on a relationship. Some of you guys may have did a career change. Some of you guys may have changed careers because you felt like that may have been affecting you in your relationship with somebody or in your ability to find the right person. We'll see. So the person coming towards you this week, how do they feel about you deep down? We have the Eight of Swords, their view of you, the Magician, their behavior and actions, the Nine of Cups. This person wants to make you happy. This person is wanting to go out of their way to make you happy this week. Could be someone that you're not in an exclusive relationship yet, because sometimes the Nine of Cups shows me someone that's still single. But if you're in a relationship, someone is just wanting to like go on a vacation maybe. I feel like I said that to you recently. How does Pisces feel about this person? Judgment. Sometimes judgment comes in when we're getting a second chance at something. We're getting a new lease on life at something, whether it's with a new person or someone that we've already been connecting to. I feel like I have a Pisces that's feeling like that tower that may have happened in your life gave you a new lease on life, gave you a chance to clean out your energetic closet and release what is irritating you, what is holding you back, the people in your life that don't belong. And it's allowing you to, you know, really start attracting what you want into your life, especially with your person viewing you as the Magician. I like it. I like it. I feel like I have a Pisces that's like, I'm done with that. I don't ever want to hear that person's name again. I don't ever want to be around that boss. I don't want to expose myself to this situation. I like it. What's the overall energy? The Page of Cups. It feels like there's something happening around you, Pisces, that's giving you a new, fresh perspective. There could also be a child involved, or you're feeding your inner child in regards to your love life around this time frame. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. For some, there could be a new baby involved, or there's a child that's, you know, influencing someone's need to want to do better and be better and have better. So let's clarify this person's feelings for you. We've got the Eight of Swords. Why the Eight of Swords for how this person feels about Pisces? They may be feeling confused on what you may be wanting out of them. So that could be why they're giving you like a smorgasbord of all these different things that would make you happy, just to see what thing that they did was the real good one. I hope that made sense. Gemini had that, I think. So you could be connecting with a Gemini, or you have a moon in Gemini. Clarify the Eight of Swords. The Lovers, Gemini energy. Now, if you do not have a lick of Gemini in your chart, even though I feel like the 12th house system at least gives us one of everything, the zodiac sign of Gemini may be influencing your love life right now, Pisces. And Gemini rules the third house. Third house is all about communication, community building, building the right type of community, closing the door on the wrong community of people that are just not supportive. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet that governs our thoughts and our communication with people. I feel like Pisces, your lesson around this time frame is expressing yourself in an effective way so that the other person knows where they stand, so that way they can bounce off of it with you as well. I feel like you and another person may be having trouble like getting it into words, what you're feeling and wanting. But at the same time, you're making things happen in your life in a big, big way. You've done a turnaround is what I'm getting off of you. Trigger alert, I'm also getting that someone may have overcame an addiction. If so, congratulations. I said that earlier at the beginning of this live stream. I don't know if it was Aries I said that on, but if it was Aries, the first house may be a factor, someone wanting a new life for themselves. But if not, this is just telling me that I have a Pisces that's really like purging their energetic closet and not having anything stay that is holding you back in some regard. I like it. I like how you're showing up. You're giving your love life a whole new makeover is what it feels like. But there's somebody here that wants to make sure that they get their full attention from you. So they might try creative ways to show you that they care about you. Why is Pisces feelings the Judgment? The Nine of Swords. You're feeling like you need to look at this relationship and ask yourself if this is one of the people that you need to air out of your closet. If they are one of the people that are bringing you a great deal of stress, or if past behaviors on both sides may have been the cause of this, and if there's something you guys can both do together to overcome it. I am getting some sort of makeover, energetic makeover. It feels like there's two different people around you, Pisces, but not in a romantic sense. One is romantic. The other feels more of someone that was put on your path to give you really good advice or be there for you. This could even be a child of yours if you are already a mother or father. It just feels like there's a very emotionally empathic person around you that might be saying something that hits home. Whether it's your child talking to you or someone else's child, or it's like someone really says something that really helps things click. Clarify the Magician for how this person is viewing Pisces this week. Two of Wands. You're being seen, Pisces, as someone that has went through a lot of different obstacles in your life, and now that that is behind you, you're trying to think of your next path moving forward. What do you want the next 9 years of your life to look like? What do you want the next, chapter to be about? What's the theme you want it to be around? Do you want it to be about drama with friends or happiness with the right people? Do you want it to be about success in your career, or do you want it to be about getting married or renewing your vows if you're already married? You're in a turning point, Pisces, where you have the map in your hand now. You have full access to what you want to do next. If you're taking a path that has been stressing you out, look at that map and see what can you do to eliminate that stress. You are very intuitive. If you feel like someone's treating you like shit, let them go. If they're not willing to work on it. If you feel like someone's treating you great and you're ready to move this forward, let them know so that they can know how to proceed too. Because you do have someone here that loves you, but is so confused about what's the next step between the two of you. Clarify that 9 of Wands, because it looks like someone's trying to spoil you with a lot of attention this week. If you're single, this is someone hitting you up, being more proactive with reaching out to you, flirting with you, seeing how you're doing, asking to spend some quality time with you. This is someone that you're already dealing with and dating. This person's making plans for you guys to hang out. Being more generous, possibly after an argument. For some of you, you may have had some conflict with this person and they're trying to figure out what they could do to change the narrative, to change the tone, and give this a whole new do-over with that Fool. Oh yeah, you could definitely be connecting with a Gemini. This is very similar to why I have a Gemini. Was it Gemini? Oh, don't worry about that. Sorry, I don't mean to confuse you. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. It just feels like, Pisces, you're entering a timeline where there's something coming towards you that may have taken a long time to reach you, but now that it's here, don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, because this could be the opportunity that could give you everything that you're wanting for yourself and then some. This is where you got to trust your intuition and not let other people misguide you. This is where you can't let insecurities and fear hold you back. It's an opportunity, but it's going to be something that you got to take action towards. You've got to plant that seed. You got to water it. You got to nurture it. You got to maintain it to make it reach where it wants to go. You can't just see it and then let the rest happen naturally. You got to put in the work. So Pisces, it feels like you've got a really good opportunity here, whether you're manifesting a love connection in your life right now and you're detaching from an old connection, or you already have this love connection in your life and you guys have put some obstacles in your past, you've grown from it, you've learned from it, and now you guys are getting a chance to have a makeover and have the relationship you both wanted from each other but felt like you couldn't because of your own shadows in the way. That's what I'm getting. You might also have someone very successful around you, someone that might be inspiring you. Because I got the King of Pentacles here, and now I have the Queen of Pentacles. That's two very financially, successful people. When our emotions are in check, our monies seem to be in check, and we get nothing but checks in the mail. So Pisces, I feel like your confidence in yourself is going to be going through a surge after it dipped for a little bit is what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm strongly getting that I have a Pisces that had their confidence take a nosedive in the recent weeks, months, maybe even a year. And you're like, what the fudge? But shifting your mindset to the Magician is going to create some sort of surge for you. A lot of people will go in a downward spiral before surging and leveling up. It's kind of like when you're exercising and you're trying to lose weight, and then you reach a plateau where no matter how much you exercise and how you count your calories, the scale doesn't move for like a month straight, and you're like, am I doing something wrong? And then all of a sudden one night you're peeing all night long and you wake up to 10 pounds lighter on the scale. It's one of those situations where you feel like you're losing right before you gain, and it's a way of the energy calibrating. I feel like your body's readjusting to a new weight, a new muscle composite and fat amount, and it's trying to sort itself out. Same thing with you and your relationships with other people. Everything's trying to sort itself out. I hope I didn't confuse you. It makes sense in my head, but I'm having trouble conveying it in words, Pisces, what I'm getting. Basically, if you're dealing with mental mashed potatoes right now with that 9 of Swords, you're at the tail end of it, because it goes to the 10 of Swords and then it completes itself. And then the new start happens. So you take a nosedive and then you go through a spike and you feel like you're winning. So I do have the Knight of Cups heading towards you, someone being very romantic, very playful with you. I hope this made sense, but it looks good. It looks good. It feels like you had to get really uncomfortable before getting to your comfy place. You could be dealing with a earth sign. I got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm going to get your person's hidden message in a second. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Scorpio, a Virgo. Those are the main ones that came through the reading, but it could be any zodiac sign. I like it. You look like you overcame a lot. All right. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. Someone's weed whacking right by the window. I hope you guys can't hear that. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. Yeah. Something was said that caught someone off guard, but it sent someone on a path of really figuring out, what do I want right now? Is it this person, or is this someone I gotta release to find my happy? Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. That could be why that tower came out. You were my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in. I betrayed your trust. So a lot of you Pisces, I feel like you had to go through some gnarly towers in order to find your happily ever after. And I feel like you're growing from the experience and taking everything you went through as, you know, a medal of honor. And now you're knowing what to block away from yourself to keep things moving in the right direction. All right. So I hope that helps. Hope it made sense. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you to my awesome mod squad. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day. And if you're watching this after Mother's Day, hope you're having a great week. On that note, I rock that deck. Later, Gators.